Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Bum bum bum
Bum
bum.
bum bum
Bum bum
bum
bum
bum bum bum.
You guys are on now, you know.
Oh, we're on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do a fancy intro for us, Mr. Producer.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
Excelsior to you, our merry Marvelites. Hello.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us for our live stream. We're in our jammies, as you
Jimmy
can
Jams.
see. Jimmy Jams.
Yeah.
You can't see Coy's because he's so tiny.
Oh, baby Coy.
Oh, he's a big boy. He's a big old Coy boy.
I touched the ground from the couch now. I did it.
Well, thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to tweet out about what we're about our live stream while we're watching Age of Ultron. Let people know that we're doing it so they can come join us too.
It's our very first one.
Yeah, it's our very first one. We've never done this,
Yes.
so hopefully we do it well.
Coy, you should talk into your mic. Oh, microphones are for talking.
Is that
Did
what
you
they're
not
for?
know this is
I
what
thought
it's
this
for?
was.
There you go.
I thought this was my snack.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in an airplane every
I
time
know.
we do this. I'm like, oh, get to the chopper, get to the chopper. All right, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So how we're gonna do this is like we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then click, and then you guys can play the movie along, so you can watch the movie at home and listen to our derisive commentary about this. Because if you've watched any of the Marvel movie news show, you should know by now how much we absolutely think this is one of the worst Marvel movies to
That
date.
is not true. That is not
But
true.
we will try to find the positive in it as well.
And by the way, I like the movie. It's not the
Somebody
best
had
movie.
to.
It's not the best that Marvel's done.
Whoa! Hey, there's some audio feedback. Yeah, someone didn't put their computer on mute. Yeah, well,
may
it's
have
fine.
been
I
me.
just
I don't
want
know.
everyone to know that this is actually my second time watching this. Of all the Marvel films, I've always gone back and seen them in the theater at least twice.
Yeah.
And own all the DVDs. This is the only one that I don't have, and I haven't watched, except for the first time I saw it in the theater. And
This is my fourth.
fourth.
This is my fourth. I saw it 3
Yeah.
times in theaters.
I saw it twice in theaters and once at home. I saw
I'm
it
probably
this
going to be
week.
waiting on Black Friday because I'm in no rush.
Yeah.
Which is sad. I want to be in a rush.
I think Honest Trailers said it very well when they were like, it's a really good movie. I mean, it's not great, but it's good.
It's a movie.
really good. You know,
Yeah.
It's a movie that's a series of moments instead of an actual movie, and the problem with that is Marvel's done a really good job of building like a 10-movie universe that was consistent. Like
Well,
Marvel movies are all good, like few of them are great, but since they're so consistent, like there's no franchise except this and Fast and the Furious that has so many installments that are incredible.
Yeah.
So I expected at least to be on par, and when it was even below par, it was upsetting.
Yeah.
So this
Yeah.
movie isn't awful; it's just not Marvel.
All right, guys, so we're going to get started. Coy,
All right.
everyone who wants to tweet Coy, tweet Coy at Coy Jandreau, tweet Matt at the Matt Key, tweet Meredith at Placko. And, guys, enjoy the movie. You ready, Meredith?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, click.
I hit click. It's not doing.
Yeah, it is. It is. It
It's
is.
doing something.
See?
There we
Oh,
go.
there it goes. You had to hit
Calm
click
down. Calm down.
twice. I don't understand. I don't know how
Technology.
technology works.
Technology.
Double
is-
click the mouse.
Yeah,
remote.
because it went on sleepy times. So, wow, it's a little quiet.
Good intro. Good intro.
If you want it higher.
Yeah, a little higher. Boost that up. Yeah, there we go.
Just so the audience knows, they're not going to hear any audio of the movie itself. So you guys, if you clicked at the right time, I got a timer right at the bottom right. So you can just enjoy our
The Holy
host
Choir.
commentary.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Loki's scepter, which we
Blue
now
light.
know is the Mind Stone.
Yeah. Or gem. Are they gems or stones?
They're saying
in this
stones.
movie.
Though in this movie he says, "What do you mean?" Like Bruce Banner says, "What do you mean the gem?" And then Thor goes, "It's the Mind Stone." Like he corrects him.
Oh, okay. So take that, nerds. You can't. You have to be corrected by.
They're gems in
Yeah,
the comics,
I
obviously.
see.
But now this
Oh.
whole sequence is awesome.
See, this is what pulled me out of the movie from the beginning, was that it felt like a video game. And if I wanted a video game, I'd be playing this.
I will admit that the CG is a little rough.
Yeah.
But come on, it's
I liked
it's
what they were
still
going
awesome.
for
Yeah.
more than what they accomplished, but that's kind of my whole review of the movie.
I will say this looks
Fair.
better on
It looks-
the small screen. It looks
yeah.
a lot better on the small screen.
I mean, it's really exciting, but
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't have any depth to it. Like, I just don't
Mm-hmm.
care.
Well, it feels like Joss knew. Oh, but here it is.
That
Come on.
I still
Yeah.
love that.
Come on.
Like,
Yeah.
nothing can take that away
I mean,
from
that's
me.
a
Come
comic
on.
book moment right there.
That is so good.
That is.
It feels like And you know what I love is this lead up where it's like, oh my god, it's amazing, he's going in and bang, like
Yeah.
And that is funny that starts with
Yeah.
I
the
love
bad
I
word
love
in
the
language.
first line being
Yeah. A word that we can't say.
Yeah. I mean they set up the film very well, like
No,
I feel,
I'm
but
not gonna lie. Seeing this the second time in this sequence on a smaller screen, and maybe they actually did some more post for the Blu-ray release.
Yeah.
This looks so much better. Like I wish.
I'm definitely enjoying it on the smaller screen.
Yeah.
though.
I really wish this is what I felt going into the movie the first time around.
What that opening sequence feels like to me was Joss Whedon saying, "Hey, you know what was really awesome?"
Yeah.
And my other Avengers movie was that one sequence that where he saw every single Avenger.
Right.
Yeah,
It felt like he was recreating that, but he didn't reinvent it. He didn't do anything different
yeah,
with it,
that
you know?
really.
Well,
that
but
really
we
is.
earned that the first time. This time, starting it that way, like I know what he was going
Yeah.
for. He's upping the
Yeah.
stakes, but it just didn't feel as.
Yeah.
I would have liked this to have been a mid opening. Like, let's have some dialogue build up.
Yeah, tiny
and,
bit,
yeah.
and then pop up.
Has Strucker. I don't believe he's dead. I refuse to believe that Strucker is dead.
He's
No,
dead.
he
He
will
served-
come back and he will kill his
Why?
bastard son, just like in the
But
comics.
that would be on TV, and I don't think that I don't think Marvel's going to let that happen. It just
I
doesn't
think
feel like a
so.
decision that they need to make.
I also just, I mean, as far as like weird pseudo-Nazi scientists go, I really like Strucker.
Yeah.
I really also want Indy to show up and like punish him, but that's not going to happen.
What did you? Indiana Jones?
Yeah, because that's all I associate Nazis with these days.
That's
is
fair.
Indiana Jones.
No, that's fair.
Disney. I mean, it's
Yeah.
all there.
It's all. It all can be there. It's
Yep.
going to happen in Once Upon a Time. It's fine.
Oh,
They'll just put it in over there.
Disney just owning everything is
I
so
know.
intense. I do like Iron Man's suit in this, and I
Yes.
do like how they upped the flying. Like the cameras for the flying is the best I've
Yeah.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
The Iron Legion, I think, is brilliant. Like I don't know why. I just love that, and it makes so much sense because like it feels like Marvel finally recognized, Iron Man is like 3 parts Jarvis and 1 part Stark.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and Jarvis can be all of these people.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, I think it's and it plays into so much bigger things, obviously,
Yeah.
as we know with this movie.
Joss really loves like very pretty blonde extras.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that was such a focus of the last fight of this.
Sorry to be quiet. Sometimes we have to actually. Oh, you know, we should have subtitles up. Then we could read what they're saying while we talk over it. But oh well,
yeah, but
Yeah.
I saw it recently, so I don't need to.
that's good.
I've still got it in my head.
It's been a hot second for me. Oh, the twins.
Oh, the twins have disappeared.
Strucker's little test tube babies. What's up, Renner?
Hawkeye really
Love
does
that
have
man.
like some really good moments in this film.
Oh, if it wasn't for Hawkeye, this movie
Yeah.
wouldn't be watchable for me. Hawkeye made this work because I love Renner, and I was
Mm-hmm.
really disappointed in how they treated him.
In the other movie,
Yeah.
the first one, yeah,
It was such a waste of like Oscar talent.
yeah.
See, and again, like the Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch stuff, there's no lead up to it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know Quicksilver from the comics, so I know he's a little quippy. I know he's a total D-bag on a lot of
Yeah.
times, but it felt a little out of nowhere.
My problem was this whole movie did that, where like
Yeah.
Iron Man destroyed his suits.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man isn't like possible, and
Yeah.
yet here they don't acknowledge that
Yeah.
even once.
They don't acknowledge. It is frustrating that they don't acknowledge it, but like
Mm-hmm.
he just made new suits. But it is weird. Like,
But he took out his like he's
Yeah, he's
You
like,
just-
I'm out
you
of the
just-
game.
you just put the arc reactor in the suit. You don't have to have it attached to his body.
But you give me a line. You
Or
give
do
me a
you-
line of dialogue.
Or do you just think maybe this happens in a different timeline? Maybe Iron Man 3 happens post Avengers 2, even though that's not how they were theatrically released.
I mean,
It
that's the problem. We
could.
shouldn't even have to worry about
I
that.
know, we
Like,
shouldn't.
If there's like a 10-movie continuity to keep track of.
Well, then again, it is comics, and they can't keep track of continuity as it is. Have you been reading the all new, all different?
God, it doesn't make any sense.
know.
Because it's like halfway through Secret War, but it's
Yeah.
all after. And
Yeah, we'll talk about that on the Marvel Movie
oh
News
yeah,
show
well,
today.
we'll get there.
At 1:30, yeah.
Yeah.
You got us up for a long time today.
Oh,
5 hours.
5 hours. That's more time than I spend with anyone that's not my
Oh,
cats
this
or
is
boyfriend.
great. I love it. I love
yeah.
that.
Thump.
That's so good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Oh, he made it through. No, it wasn't.
I mean, the movie is filled with 1,000 quips, and that's.
It feels like a '90s cartoon more than a movie to me.
Oh, that right there was.
I
when
love
he,
Sentry Mode.
Yeah.
Like when he just like steps out of it. That's so freaking cool. Oh, I've never noticed it. They had an Iron Legion guy out there, like
in the back.
Yeah.
and I've never noticed that before.
Centurion
It's a
out
great way
there.
to set up Ultron. It's also a great way to
Yeah.
set up all the problems with Civil War.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really
Yeah.
smart storyline wise.
Oh, please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Yay!
Oh,
Yeah, I love that.
he's still the best thing about these movies.
That's why he makes those dozens of millions.
Yep. But still takes care of the other people on there.
How's our live chat going?
Thriving.
Really?
With 3 people?
6.
6, yay! Thank you guys for getting up with us.
Yeah.
Or going to bed, depending on what side of the world
Yeah,
you're on.
depending on where you are in the world.
So yeah, I'm still not on board this train. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just.
I wanna be. It just.
Okay. And this is total me being a fangirl, but I so much love Black Widow and Winter Soldier. That is like one of my favorite relationship combos of any media.
And it makes so much sense.
It really does. I just feel that Bruce is too sensitive for her. And again, it wasn't earned. This is one of those things that there's so many issues I have with this movie because there are moments that aren't earned.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way to put it. Like, in order to have that kind of stuff in a film, you have to earn it, and yeah.
It just should have been a 3.5-hour movie. Like, it just
Yeah.
should have been the epic that he wanted it to be. Because there's so much story for such a short runtime.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like we said when we first that first show after Age of Ultron where we talked about it, where it was like the movie showed too much and still not enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we out of focus?
Appears to be that we are.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I mean, you always look that blurry.
Yeah.
But
I mean, literally everything I see looks like that in real life. So we're a little out of focus, engineering, if you can hear us. Oh, Strucker's like, I'm
You know
not
who's
gonna have
always
any of that.
great?
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
I know.
Yeah.
Just
Do you
I
remember?
love him as-
Do you remember when all the people got really angry about Chris Evans being Captain America
long
ago?
But he's perfect, and
I know.
I'm really, really happy for him.
Yeah.
yeah, he's such a great Captain America. I don't know. I can't remember a casting choice that Marvel's made where I was like, no. Like every
Yeah.
choice they've made, I've always been like, yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah. I like it. Oh gosh.
Mine might be actually this one. My only time was James Spader.
Yeah.
But see, like I can get behind Spader as Ultron.
I can't get behind those lips.
I can't
But
when
it's-
they cast
it's
him, I was
how
like,
they
eh,
did it.
and then when they did it, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
So I feel like they didn't surprise me with it.
I see.
Gotcha.
I love James Spader so very much, and the thing though is James Spader plays James Spader,
Yeah.
Right.
and I just think Ultron needed that. You can't do a completely emotionless robot and have it be compelling, but I
Yeah.
felt that Spader was almost a farce. He was very comical.
He was almost too comical, but I
Yeah.
don't know that that's Spader's fault.
No, I don't, because he's such a. I mean, he's.
I love this scene.
Yeah.
This was something that totally worked for me in every possible way.
Mm-hmm.
The imagery is great. There's so many comic references. It's so well shot. It's beautiful. The
What references?
costume is incredible. Like the Age of Ultron comic.
The broken shield.
The
Yeah, the broken
post-apocalyptic,
shield,
like a bunch
yeah.
of the alternate universe stuff, like the cracked shield. The way like Thor was lying is from like. There's so much there.
Well, and this scene serves an extremely important purpose with Stark because this is what sets him off to do Ultron.
Yeah. I mean, without this, he wouldn't, it's him saying, I need to control the outcome of everything.
Exactly.
And, and he does.
And I just love that, like, it's like he's on the other side seeing the invasion that they just fought, and we know from
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 that he's very bothered by it.
Yeah,
you
he has
know, so,
PTSD hard.
you know, so it all of that makes really good sense, and I thought it was a smart play.
Yeah, no, that's the thing is there are so many things that are so right about this movie that when they make those missteps that
It becomes a very
Yeah.
frustrating, and I love like this. There's almost like a reference to like Thor with him doing that, like in the first movie where like Hulk is.
Yeah. I also really love Quicksilver's like jacket because it reminds me so much of the Russian dudes in the Hawkeye comic.
Yeah.
That I just want him to be
the
like,
tracksuits.
bro.
God, that comic is so good.
It is so good. I'm so sad Fraction's not on anymore.
But Jeff Lemire's fun.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's
but
so
he's not. He doesn't have the humor that
Yeah.
Fraction does.
But it's so good. It's just different. It's good. I like Hawkeye finally because of those comics.
What's the biggest difference between Hawkeye and Green Arrow?
DC
Like-
prints one, Marvel prints one.
I mean, that's,
Also, Green Arrow has a goatee.
yeah, he
Who
does.
what?
He has a goatee.
He has a
Oh,
goatee.
that's true.
Game changer.
Game
And
changer.
he had a psychic who overdosed on heroin and got in trouble with
Speedy,
drugs and
yeah.
had a kid, and that was it was just pretty miserable.
Went on to become Arsenal.
Yeah, and the whole thing with the kid. In fact,
He's been mayor.
yeah, he's been mayor. He lives
Yeah.
in Star City, I think.
Well, on the show, it's Starling City. It's
Starling
just now
City.
Star City.
I'm
and
so
Ray
happy for Mark
Palmer.
Ruffalo. Like, Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk is such a good thing.
No,
He
it
is.
really is.
And,
And
it
like-
brought him
and
to
I keep-
mainstream, and he's working so much more, and he's such a good actor. And he's also so like humble. Like he
He's
talks
so
all the time
good.
about
Yeah.
he
He's
had
so
like
sweet.
600 auditions he'd not book for every one he'd book, and now he's the Hulk. I love that.
and this is why I want a Hulk movie, just because I want more.
Ruffalo.
Actually, I want a Bruce Banner movie. It doesn't have to be a
Yeah.
Hulk movie. I'd love a Bruce Banner movie.
That's fair.
Yeah, Bruce Banner would be a great movie.
Yeah.
That movie he did with Keira Knightley is fantastic. It's a very Bruce Banner movie.
What film was that?
Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley. They should see the movie. It's really good.
I don't
What
know
movie?
that film. If only we had an internet that
Yeah.
would look that up. So the Avengers have only been taking, like, what have they actually been doing this whole time?
Separate movies.
They've been, as Tony Stark just said, they've been on raiding parties, shutting down little mini Hydra facilities. That's what they.
They made the whole first movie about getting the scepter,
I
the whole second
know.
movie about getting the scepter, and then as soon as they get the scepter, Thor's like, "Nah, bro, I trust you. Do
Yeah.
stuff." Like it's just. If you take a step back, it's frustrating. If you're in the movie, it works. If you
I
take
do
a step
like
back,
I
it's
like the firemen and everything in the
Yeah.
in there, like referencing like New York
And 9/11,
Like, I
that
like
was
to
great.
think that this movie takes place about 5 years after New York. That's
Oh,
in my
okay.
head. That's what I'm
Same.
thinking.
Yeah.
Because like
The
it would
tech-
take them at least like 2 years to
Oh,
rebuild
yeah.
the building and everything, and like to rebuild the city the way that they already have. Like
and so many movies have happened in between.
Yeah.
exactly. Like that's how I have to make sense of the other movies not involving
But
any
then
of
it's
the
kind
other
of like,
Avengers.
God, after 5 years, you're still hunting Hydra down? Come on, you're like.
Don't ruin this for me, Meredith.
Sorry. It's everyone's gonna hate me on the internet because I'm a negative Nancy.
Oh, it's called Begin Again. Thank you, Mandalorian gamer.
Yay.
Mandalorian gamer.
Begin Again is fantastic.
Yeah.
I like Cobie Smulders as Agent Hill.
Oh,
I
I
think
very
she's
much.
perfect.
Yeah, she's fantastic.
She, like Downey Jr., has made the comic character more interesting to me.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because
I agree.
Yes.
I didn't get Iron Man as much until Iron Man 1, and then I went back and reread Civil War, and I was like, oh, both sides.
Same, yeah.
And it was fascinating. And now
Yeah.
with her as Maria Hill, I have the same thing where I can,
Yeah.
like, there's depth
Yeah.
to her. Kobe's such a talented actress.
I like that.
See, there's so much good Whedon dialogue.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just hidden. Like,
Eh.
it's like 50-50, and that's not a ratio we're used to
Yeah.
with Whedon, because he's so good.
And I like that, like what that says about Captain America's character. Like
He's so much integrity. He's all integrity.
he's a total patriot for his country, but he's also, but more than that, he is like a patriot for what's right.
Yeah, well,
and for understanding,
it's kind of knowing now that they're doing Civil War. Watching this, I'm seeing the seeds being planted. It's very apparent now.
This to me feels more like a prequel to Civil War than it does a sequel to Phase 3, and that might have been my issue with it because Avengers 1 was such a good culmination of Phase 1.
Yeah.
This is not a culmination of Phase 2 because Phase 2 had Guardians, it had Cap, Winter Soldier, it had my two favorite Marvel movies, and then this is just like a setup.
Yeah. And this is a setup for a Captain America movie, which is really Avengers 2, 3.
Right, and that's a really convoluted way to go about it. Some of it works, though. Some of it works great.
I mean, this is a very fun movie, but it feels like it's mostly transition and setup than it is a movie of its own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the struggle with building a universe like they are, because it works for some things and doesn't for others.
And I think Marvel is... Like, they're absolutely learning as they go.
Oh, absolutely. And they're setting up other studios. Like, the fact that they're still so far ahead of the game means they're all doing it right. I love that show's in this.
Yeah. I like to believe that a little baby Amadeus is somewhere at home.
Aww.
Amadeus, Jeremy Renner killing it.
Oh, setting it up.
Because they just did the most random thing.
Well, he had a family in the Ultimates.
I know, and this is
that's my favorite scene in the movie.
I know
his family. The barn scene is by far my favorite scene.
I love that.
What's interesting is this movie has a lot of my favorite scenes from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like in total. But it's interesting how much doesn't. Oh, it's so weird, man. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Balls. The honest trailers just
it
freaking kills this movie.
We just can't tap it. Tap it. Top it.
Tippity tap.
I'll
tippity
tap
tap top.
See, I think I know why I don't like Bruce and Natasha is because really it's Bruce and Tony and nothing should get in between them.
Yes.
Their bromance is too
science
perfect.
Bros.
They are science bros.
Their bromance is one of the best things Marvel.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it makes so much sense. Like it's so perfect.
Like they should be BFFs.
Yeah.
I don't understand how these two things are supposed to be like AI.
Science, Matt.
No, I know.
Science.
I just I was watching this the other day and I actually had to pause it and I was like, so wait, this is AI? Like how does this work? What?
It's like they're looking at the construct blown up in their magic technology where they can just put things in the middle of the it's just they're reading data.
Sure, okay.
It's artificial, it's much like the human brain. It doesn't there's not a real we have a brain, but it's the synapses, it's all the coding. You're looking at the raw coding.
Okay.
Brought to life in a
You sold me.
Yeah. I don't science.
More or less.
Science.
Chaos13212 is asking if we notice that Black Widow often stands behind a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, she was super pregnant.
She was super pregnant,
that's why Chaos is because she had to hide
pregnant this entire time.
The baby.
They
did it well, I thought.
Yeah, they did.
I love Ruffalo's performance as Banner because if you next time we have just sort of a wider shot of him and you can see his entire body, just notice how he stands. Like there's this sort of meager, nervousness, subservient.
Always keeping something under wraps.
He seems subservient to everyone.
Which is it's such great contrast to what he
to the monster
Hulk,
inside. Yeah,
it's
and
wonderful.
The psychology of that character is so apparent, almost as if he's I don't want this to be the thing. I'm so it's like he's constantly apologizing to everyone around him.
I feel like Ruffalo really worked for his money on this. I feel like Ruffalo puts in the time. He puts in the performance of a brilliant Oscar. He put in the time if it was a Shakespearean thing, but for an Avengers movie, and I respect that so much.
Yeah.
He's so dedicated. They all are, but Ruffalo
they
especially
all are,
really.
But Ruffalo's just so good.
Because it's for RDJ, that's kind of him. He acts, you see him in person.
Well,
he stands.
Iron Man and Tony Stark are Robert Downey Jr. There's so much crossover.
But
just right there, he just seems so.
Because if you just see Ruffalo out at press
He's a
events
happy
or whatever,
dude,
very open. He has a very open presence, and this is it's. I love watching movies with actors and writers.
It's incredible what they accomplish. And the way Hemsworth carries himself is very similar to Thor as well. So I feel like Ruffalo, we see it more because of the dichotomy between their regular life and this.
Yeah.
I met Chris Hemsworth at an event, and he had a cold, and that man with a cold had more presence than most men ever. Like, he is a god. Like, it's really impressive that he's just, like, a Ness.
Thanks, buddy.
And Bettany as Jarvis.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is dead on.
It's so good.
Oh. Stuff's
so wait,
about to go down.
they leave, like, in 10 seconds later, it's successful.
Yeah, like...
This whole scene was weird to me. I don't hate it. It just feels weird.
I know. It's like, come into the light.
We agree.
Yeah. Your dad. This just feels like a weird opening sequence.
Yeah.
Shh. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is like
It's weird,
it's
right?
hard to I could tell nobody had a strong idea of how to like make this play out on screen, but it's a very odd visualization.
And like you need a visualization. Yeah. You absolutely do, but there is something very like kind of strange about it.
Yeah. Oh God,
like,
I know
he's
that light.
So good.
He is
like
so
Ruffalo
good.
is like one of the best parts of this whole film.
I also love this scene.
Oh,
yeah, this is such a good scene.
Because you have all the Avengers that can't make the movie. Like you see that it's such a big shared universe.
I love this.
Aww. Boom. That's very good for War Machine, of course.
Quality save. It's so... I mean, this is so good. This is such classic Whedon right here.
I would see a movie without Ultron in it that is just them at parties.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would watch.
I'm okay
love
with
a
that.
sitcom of them talking.
I would watch.
I want
the hell out
the
of
non-superhero side of the Avengers.
Because this is all the stuff I wanted. Because that's what made the first one so special. Was the shawarma? Was the stuff at like these moments,
the little character moments.
And now that they're together, it's perfect.
And like seeing like these two guys together, like we're getting like a lead into like Civil War.
Yeah, they're talking about all like the stuff that
like
happened with Winter Soldier,
subtle,
but light and fluffy. And Mackie, man, cut the
Yeah.
check.
I'm A-okay when Cap bites it and
Mackie
takes over. I'm all on that Falcon for Cap train.
I'll miss Evans a lot, but he's good enough. Like Anthony Mackie's killing it.
Yeah.
There's few actors that I could be like, okay.
Yeah.
Love this. Like he looks so sad too. Like I
got this.
Yeah, I got, like, but there's like this weird like sadness to it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
This is like his best cameo.
Oh, by a lot for me. This and Amazing Spider-Man for me are my favorite.
He's really on board. Whatever he's doing for X-Men, he is in love with that cameo.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Did you notice the vet who was just like
passed out,
frozen in the background? Yeah, this like again Ruffalo kills this, and so does Scarlett. Like she's great, but like I just don't like the relationship.
No.
Like I'm not sold on it. And I don't understand why it's necessary.
That's the other thing is that I'm like, I know everyone kind of hooks up with someone eventually. Like I think everyone has a sig-o at this point, at least of the main. But Scarlett, Black Widow, Natasha doesn't.
Like,
you don't need
if
that.
Captain America and Scarlet were kind of flirting with each other.
Wait, Cap's not hooked up with anyone yet.
Like that, I would buy that because of all the Winter Soldier stuff.
Exactly.
And it seemed like there was flirtation going on in Winter
there
Soldier.
seemed like genuine flirtation.
Yeah.
But this is just like I feel like okay, and it's not just me being a woman. Like women don't need men to. No, I'm like no, love is important and love is a great thing and everyone should experience it. And I think for Black Widow specifically, having someone love her is one of her biggest challenges. She can kill the heck out of people, but allowing her to love herself and let someone love her is actually going to be a really But I just don't feel it with Bruce.
Yeah, I don't buy the chemistry there. Like,
and this scene kind of references that, like these two talking, and I love that, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Also, have you guys seen the unnecessary censorship Avengers?
No.
It's literally them bleeping stuff. This scene is... I'll post it, Marvel Movie
I've
News.
seen her
It's
bleep.
fantastic. Yeah.
You've seen her bleep? Yeah.
Bleep?
It's
I can hear it. That's pretty funny.
Jorg N on Twitter says, "I think we're going to get the human element of MCU with damage control." And I
totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I was actually thinking that when we were talking about it. Yeah. I love this scene. They showed this at Comic-Con last year, and it was
this has kind of got everyone excited.
Yeah.
The cock tease that this scene was. Yes. Did you guys see there's a guy here in Venice Beach who actually built the Mjolnir?
So cool.
Yeah. You can read about it, guys, on geek.com. I wrote about it yesterday. Cool. Yeah. Learn about how to build your own Mew Mew that only you can lift using fingerprint sensors. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Except Thor doesn't rule.
Thor doesn't, and Vision, I guess, can now rule Asgard.
Asgard as well, and Cap kind of. Let's just science the heck out of this.
I love this so much.
I love that War Machine gets in on it. He's like, represent.
Are we even pulling?
Oh, poor Ruffalo.
No.
This is the best, right? Because Captain would be the person who's worthy.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Like, and Hemsworth plays it so well.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love that.
Yep. Because Thor, you're so worthy. You're such a good boy.
Such a great scene.
It really is such a good scene.
It is. See, I was totally in the moment. I was so in the moment.
Into that movie pretty hard.
Oh, James Spader, I love you. This is just hard.
You know what could have been? I just had this idea, and I wonder, it could have been a cool movie to have Ultron lock all of the Avengers in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then
Super
they had to
contained.
find a way, like super contained, and
like
he's
an
also
escape the
still
room
contained.
type situation.
Instead
But
of like
they wouldn't
making,
travel
like,
around the world and make all their foreign tax credits.
Yeah.
That is true. I understand that.
Oh,
I was actually having this conversation with my friend James Lavrakis. Is it Lavrakis? It's Lavrakis or is it Lavrakis? I can't remember.
James at Disney.
James, yeah, he works at Disney, and he was saying that I think the Chinese version of this or Avengers has like an entire other character in there.
Yeah, in this one it's it's another doctor. It's a male Chinese doctor. I think it's either this or maybe it's Winter Soldier. It might have been
Winter Soldier.
I'm forgetting.
I don't know.
Yeah, someone will correct us. Don't worry.
Yeah. He told me about it, and that was fascinating to me. Like the Chinese version had like this whole other
subplot. Yeah, that happens a lot now, more and more.
Because I mean, China's the second largest market in the world,
right.
So they really want
to
play
wait
that up.
until we see the Chinese numbers to determine what we do with sequels and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, watching this is such a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect movie, and I think all of us were disappointed because Avengers was so freaking good.
I was disappointed because Cap, Winter Soldier, and Guardians was so good.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was a Phase 2 culmination problem for me.
Like they did Avengers, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then they come out with Winter Soldier, and you're like, okay, Marvel knows exactly what they're doing. I cannot wait for this movie. So I think our expectations were just a little bit.
If this had come out right after Avengers,
I would have been fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, this would have been great. Oh no, don't kill her.
And there are moments, there are some really good team moments where they've learned how to work together, and that's really great.
In terms of a good fight, I actually prefer this to the opening scene because I think it's just a lot more the opening scene.
Dynamics there.
It's just I feel like their connection here.
Yeah.
The other one looked great. Yeah, that's why we have mutants. They're the next form of humanity. Come on, Ultron.
See, a lot of people have said that they don't understand Ultron's motivation for this film.
He says it 15 times.
Yeah, that's all we know is his. He's like, humanity is a scourge upon itself.
Exposition,
Yeah.
plot.
Oh, God.
And I wonder if this is Disney and Perlmutter or if it's
It
Joss.
didn't bother me as much as other things. I
Yeah.
didn't mind the strings thing. I get why people were bothered by it. It just wasn't a thing that bothered me compared to other
Yeah, it didn't really
No,
bother
compared
me
to
too
other
much.
things, no. I just find it to be... Well, I mean, because it makes sense because he references everything in history and pop culture.
Yeah, and
I mean,
Disney kind of runs pop culture.
Exactly. And he kind of, his whole language bank and in memory is formed by these things. So it makes sense. In fact, he should have only have spoken in other quotes.
I like that they immediately address that because the movie knows that the audience is going, well, what about the nuclear?
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just nuke everybody? I like to imagine that Maria Hill is clipping her toenails.
That's what I thought. I was like,
pulling
is she
out
giving
glass.
herself a pedicure?
Yeah,
She's just so badass. She's like, guys, I gotta look good.
This isn't even a big deal, you
Yeah.
guys. Shout out to Anthony on the live chat because he asked for one.
Yay.
Oh, Anthony.
What's up?
Anthony.
Word.
What up, Anthony?
Whoa.
I enjoyed that beat.
Your words.
It's going around.
Yeah.
And that
it's
Ruffalo
good.
said this is rage. There's a lot of little flavor pop. I also really like Thor's outfit in this movie.
Yeah.
The costume in this is great.
Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna laugh anyways. I find it weird though that Thor is lecturing Tony.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you come from a world of mysticism, but you haven't really established this weird fear of technology. Like, I would have liked Cap or Bruce lecturing Tony more in this scene.
Yeah. Cap would have made a little bit more sense.
Now he lectures.
There we go. Yeah, screw your PTSD, man. We're tired of it.
I love how they joke about that because you immediately get that in however many years it's been, 5 years for me.
That's all he's talked about.
He talks about it all the time. You immediately get that just from that one little line.
But it's kind of crappy of them that they're pooping all over his PTSD. Maybe if someone had done an intervention with Tony by now,
Iron Man 3 wouldn't have had to happen.
Yeah. Aw. But then we wouldn't have gotten the amazing Mandarin.
I cannot. That's my least favorite Marvel
and I
movie.
love it.
It
I
made
love it
the
so
second
much.
most, and it's it's a.
It's my least favorite. What I will say, I don't understand why everyone is so mad at Stark for playing with AI without telling them. Like, that's what he does. Like, he's a tinkerer. He's an engineer.
Exactly.
He's a scientist.
And
like,
Bruce knew?
Bruce knew. Like, he was working with him, too. I don't understand. Like, it feels just a bit manufactured that they're all like, damn it, Tony, AI, come on. It's like, well
he already
created
has one.
Jarvis. Like, Jarvis is basically AI.
Yeah.
Like, why are you so mad at him? Like, you're mad because he got out of it. So there's a deleted scene where Quicksilver is more or less Robin Hood, and he goes out and steals a lot of stuff because he can run so fast, and then he hands it out to like the poor of the city and stuff.
That's great. That would have made it more of a deal when he died.
Yeah.
And then Scarlet Witch walks by and makes a joke about how he's always handing out like dresses, like pretty dresses to pretty girls, and he's like, "Come on!" Like rolls his eyes.
Yeah.
But then the girl who says that is the one who has the little boy at the end.
Oh.
And the little boy comes running up and says, the man in the church wants to see you, and he's talking to them.
That would be great.
Wow, that would have
yeah,
great scene.
And then they go, the man in the church, and he goes, yeah, it's a man of iron.
I always wondered why they just wandered into this church.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I'd never thought of it. I just took for granted that, oh yeah, they're going to the church. And then after I saw that deleted scene, I was like,
that sets up so much.
It actually makes no sense why they went to the church in the first place.
They could have actually cut out like 2.5 minutes of fighting and put that scene in, and that would have made so much more.
$10 million.
Yep.
And also made what happens at the end a little bit more worthwhile.
Yep.
Because that was cheap, and we'll talk about it when that happens.
I will say, I was watching this movie, like Ultron having a moving mouth and talking, like the lips and everything. It does bother me, and I think they could have had like a bit more of the classic look with the red mouth, the wide open,
just the gay
red mouth,
and
like had the like little sine waves. Like,
it doesn't need
like
to move.
Making a mouth.
He just doesn't look menacing.
No,
he doesn't look like a force to be reckoned with.
He looks like a cartoon character.
He does. But guys, it's a comic book movie, so it needs to look like a silly comic.
I've been challenged to say the name Asi Kangasharu.
That's a cool last name.
It's an awesome name, isn't it? Is that? I think it's how you'd say it. It's a cool name.
Kangasharu?
Asi Kangasharu. It's a cool name.
Kangasharu? This part, I don't like at all. Like, very legitimately, it feels so, like, shoehorned in. Like, we've got to get the Quicksilver Scarlet Witch backstory in here, so let's do it here, and let's...
Tell a robot.
Yeah.
And let's have him tell a robot.
Well...
Like, like Ultron would even care.
But that's the thing, is he's putting on this facade to care, to gain their trust, and then...
I just feel like they haven't earned that, if that's what it is. Like the fact that he's, like, bending, like... It's like, Ultron is not Dr. Phil. Like, why is he, like...
Oh, my God. But now I want
Look
that.
at Dr. Phil face.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, tell me about it. Yep, no, that is very sad.
So,
that is very, very sad.
So
like,
Ultron needs to actually have his own, like, therapy talk show. And I would watch that. I would be all about that.
And then, like, he just, like, goes and starts destroying people.
Yeah. Like, you can't work this out. You should be dead. No, he's Ultron the exposition robot. That is what he is.
Yeah, like, this whole scene just so does not work for me. Like, we could have like gotten this later when like they hate working with Stark, but they have to.
Yeah,
like,
that would have been so much better when they were in the train or right after the train scene and they were talking to Stark.
Yeah, we don't trust you. You killed our family.
Awkwardly touch you.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird.
And there's so much back and forth. And I forget that we go. Is it Wakanda? It was Wakanda we went to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that we actually go there in this movie, and I'm like, oh, there's so much.
Is it Wakanda? I don't think it.
Yeah, I don't know
think
if
it's
it
actually.
was.
I think it's like South Africa,
but
they
don't know
say
if
that
it's
vibranium comes from Wakanda.
But we just get so many different things in this film.
Yeah.
Maximovs. See? Not really dead, guys.
Yeah, he's dead. No, he's totally dead.
That was doctored. That was doctored like Coulson's death.
Wait a minute, he doesn't have a girlfriend. Again, there was a deleted scene that shows that the captain is a little suspicious of him.
Oh.
It's not Wakanda, it's just South Africa. Thank you, Live Chat.
That's what I thought.
I just remember Claw. That's what was throwing me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. African Coast.
Ulysses Claw. Boop, boop. That was me. Waka, 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 waka.
Waka, waka, waka.
Black Panther is coming.
Wakanda. Yeah, African coast. That's all we need. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's a good.
It was filmed in
introduction.
South Africa.
Yeah, as opposed to Atlanta, that is Wakanda.
I think that the Hulkbuster stuff was the first stuff that they shot.
Oh, nice.
They filmed it in Cape Town near where I was because I saw some of the buildings while I was there. Because I saw this in Cape Town, and then I walked out around Cape Town and saw buildings and was like, oh, I'm in South Africa.
That's right. You were in Cape Town. That's right.
Yeah, I saw this there.
He kills this.
No, he really does.
Like, I love him in this role.
I like that the lights go out and people legitimately freak out like it's the end of the world. I'm very, like, they're like, it could just be a power out.
And I love that he has, like, Claw has, like, those girlfriends. Like, who are the, like...
Yeah, who are those? You know they're badass assassin ladies.
Yeah, like, but, like, it's just so weird because it's... I love that, like, the bullets there. Like, he caught it, put it back. That's awesome. I love how unthreatened he is.
I know. He's like, whatever. Screw you guys.
His South African accent is so on point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not South African, but while I was there, the accent's
Nice.
so good. That Diantward flavor.
Her Eastern European accent, however.
I think they were trying to create, like,
I know.
a different accent.
No, it's fine. I get it. It's just, you know.
And I love that where everyone else is working with, like, different sorts of trainers and fight trainers and stuff like that, she's working with, like, a professional dancer to come up with the way she moves and stuff.
She would do very well at a goth club.
See, I liked Lizzie Olsen in this. I thought she killed it for me.
No, she really won me over because it was hard because I have no frame of reference for her, and I really wanted, even though she would skew a lot older, I wanted the chick who played Alice in Luther.
Ah, gotcha.
But this works, and she worked really well.
I love that actress.
But
I thought Lizzie Olsen was...
she was great.
She also reads comics. Like, she's talking about House of M and stuff. Like, I have a lot of respect for her integrity towards Scarlet Witch.
And if you ever watched... it was one of the X-Men cartoons, Evolution. She kind of reminds me of the Scarlet Witch from X-Men Evolution a little bit. You know,
I don't remember enough
and they
about
kind of
that.
did like the younger, like it was, you know, skewed younger.
No, I love the
it.
cartoon. I just don't remember her character in the cartoon.
Claus, his accent in this is better than Leo's in Blood Diamond, and that's impressive, man, because Leo's a good actor.
Yeah, he is.
It's saying a lot. When
you have $1 billion now.
It's just funny hearing that because Raymond Reddington and Blacklist is all about doing that stuff. Boop. What?
I love that they have a history. That makes sense. Arms dealing.
He just gets so...
Speaking of arms dealing.
Yeah, okay, that it really is the mouth moving.
If that was like the comic, I would like the character a lot more.
Because I don't believe that a robot, a metal person's mouth would have that much fluidity.
Yeah.
It would open and close, but it wouldn't form words around.
Like, it would be more mechanical and puppety. And I understand that like he's a high-tech robot, but like...
This isn't he doesn't have nanotech running through his skin.
And like,
it's a little weird.
If the Avengers had called it out, then I'd be like, okay, at least the movie is also aware of it. Like if the Avengers had been like, wow, you really are taking this whole you want to be a human thing, like you made lips?
Yeah. That literally form around the words he's saying.
Yeah.
I like that the culmination of phase 2 with the arm cutting off, they went through the whole phase, is claw being formed.
Yes.
Because everyone has the arm loss, this one has claw being made out of it. I think that's a really cool thing.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, someone just mentioned that when he threw the vibranium, it sounded like the shield. Good sound design.
Yeah.
Good catch, Yamil Diaz.
He also makes Transformer noises. Okay, but really, Ultron, Iron Man fight scenes are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice to finally see Tony go up against an opponent that I actually believe can kick his ass.
I mean, it's also really well directed. I got to give full credit to it. My only problem with this movie is the editing, I think, because if it had the potential to be, if it culminated in all the storylines that it starts, it'd be one of the best movies of all time. But the directing's on point. The writing's mostly on point.
Yeah, whoever the DP was.
Oh, it's beautiful. Like, this is insane. Can you imagine shooting this? Because, like, half of it isn't happening.
Yeah.
You're filming blank air. Look at this. It's amazing.
No, much respect to the actors who just, like... It's so interesting to me that, like...
Nope, not worthy.
Yes.
Sorry, keep going.
I was just going to say, you know, as an actor, you're not acting against other people now. You're acting against a...
green screen in your brain.
Yeah.
But and as a DP, you're shooting blank space, and then the actor is reacting to that. That's so incredible that this can accomplish.
Stay down, kid.
I just know he's seeing like literal stars right there, like little stars and stripes. Oh. Yes?
Oh, poor Ruffalo.
I know.
You just feel so bad for Bruce.
Such turmoil all the time.
I know.
I love his hubris. I am mighty.
Yes. One of my favorite Marvel actors gets his 30 seconds here.
Who, Idris?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Idris.
It makes me sad that Idris is Heimdall because we won't see...
He can't be Luke Cage or anyone else.
Yeah. By all accounts, though, like Mike Coulter is killing it.
Oh,
as Luke Cage.
Oh, gosh,
like,
no. He's going to be awesome. Well, it's just,
this is such a great moment with Hawkeye.
Yeah. Such good writing.
Yeah. See, that was a good quip.
Hawkeye really works for me in this movie. I dressed as Hawkeye for the first Avengers premiere because I had, it was fun.
You had faith.
But, like, this made it worth it because it really fleshed him out.
So I know about the Black Widow Red Room stuff, but I've never read that whole story arc.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it? Like
it's really good. Yeah, it's they did the way they addressed it in Agent Carter, it was okay.
Yeah.
But reading it is just like knowing her backstory, like all the newer stuff, all the newer Winter Soldier, Black Widow stuff that came out in the last like 5 years, 6 years. Really great reads.
The end of the Black Widow run, The Last Days, was incredible. I really dug that. They did a great job making her look young because that's exactly how she looked 5 years ago in the movies.
Yeah, it really was.
It's really incredible. And a lot of people have a problem with his dream sequences, but I think this is a great tell of all the characters.
Yeah.
It's really short. It sums them up. It condenses a lot of storyline. You get inside their heads literally. I loved the sequence. And the way they shot it all so differently.
And I love that it's the dance. Like,
yeah. And Hayley Atwell gets a cameo. And Joss gets to shoot 5 different ways. I love it.
Apparently
I'm enjoying this much more this time.
Buffy reference in here that I'm not familiar with because I haven't finished the whole series yet.
Idris.
Yes. God, he's so perfect. But, he's too street to be James
Bond.
James
Bond
he's
in my heart.
Daniel
Craig's great, though.
I know, no, I'm just saying.
For the next.
Yeah, for the next.
I love Idris.
I want her to, warp into Sharon. That's what I really wanted.
Do you think that Captain and Sharon will be a thing in the next movie?
I can't say now because they've changed so many of the good ships,
True.
I would love him since he's already tied up in Marvel as Heimdall, if he was Jon Stewart.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God. I'd start watching DC movies in a new way.
I would agree. So where's the Buffy reference supposed to be?
I don't know. I just heard there was a Buffy
Sarah Michelle
reference.
Gellar's just in the back waving.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe they brought the axe in from the end. There's a.
I don't know. I haven't finished the whole. I'm on season 5 or season 5.
Yeah. And I like that that Thor at least kind of gets a flash of. It's almost like a premonition because you see the stones.
You see the stones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so awful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying this more the 4th time, but I think my big problem I've discovered is the whole movie feels like a third act.
I'm enjoying this because I can talk about it with my friends.
Oh, Meredith. You're the best.
But yeah, no, it does. I feel like it's all...
The same level of stakes. Like, the whole time I'm always in the
There's
same...
no build-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting, because that's not something you'd think would be as big a problem, but this shows how important 3-act structure is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think, that's why so many people love the farm scene, because we finally get a
moment
a moment to breathe.
And it also makes sense why so many people love this movie, because, I mean, for some people that works. Like, that 90s cartoon is what they wanted, and that's fantastic. I'm happy for those people.
I'm
love
jealous
this whole
of those people. Veronica thing. And I love that they said Veronica, because of Betty and everything else,
No, that was really cute.
There's a 3-statue Wolfram heart, which is more of an angel.
That's what it is, okay.
Wolfram heart.
Thanks, live chat. Octavio and Alan Law.
I love, this scene. This would be terrifying.
Oh, it'd be insane. This is the best we've seen Hulk on film, I think. This scene.
So, guys, I have a serious question. Hulkbuster, does that show up in the comics?
You getting your more cereal? No, I'm good.
I would love some a little more.
Okay. Does the Hulkbuster show up in the
comics? I went and bought cereal for us earlier today, listeners.
Sir Matt Key is rescuing us.
I love everything that they do about the Hulk makes so much sense.
So
like the contingency stuff.
Yeah,
the fact that there's
near where I stayed, so it was really cool walking around.
Really?
Leaving the theater, I was right near the street.
Oh, come on, that's awesome.
So I saw this a week early and then left the theater and was like, oh wait, I'm here.
That's amazing. But yeah, like it's so well thought out. Like the whole contingency plan.
It's all logical. It's all scientific.
We'll try and cage him, and we'll shoot him with some sleeping gas and agents and stuff like that. And it just doesn't fully work. But
now people get to listen to us eat.
Oh, God, the Hulkbuster's so cool.
Mm-hmm. Hey, does the Hulkbuster appear in the comic books at all, ever? Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple different versions of it.
All right.
The most recent version that I remember was in World War Hulk. And it was Romita, and it's...
Oh, I love Romita.
I'm actually not a giant fan.
A lot of people aren't. I like Romita.
I didn't like what the Hulkbuster looked like with Romita.
Mm-hmm.
It was way too blocky.
Better. I like Romita Senior a lot.
Yeah.
I like Romita Junior. I like Romita
Jr. I don't dislike Romita Jr. I like him, and he does a lot of things right in his art. But
I like his blocking and pacing a lot.
I like Romita more on DC books than I do on Marvel.
Interesting. His Superman's pretty great. I like his Spider-Man because I grew up with his Spider-Man, so I think that's why it's emotional attachment.
I love that.
Yeah, this fight's incredible. And the CGI, this is, guys, we're watching a movie where none of this is happening.
Yeah.
This is just pyrotechnics and
that's why I was so bothered by the opening. I know I keep going back to the opening sequence, but the CGI in the rest of the film is so fucking flawless.
It was better now.
Yeah.
But look at this. That's amazing. That's so smart.
I love that he's just like, stay away. I'm forming my arm. Like, poof. Oh, the sound wave is so cool. The shock wave. I love this. The piston.
So great.
Yeah.
And that shows how strong Hulk is. There's so much.
Yeah. Hulk is the
I love that it
strongest.
still looks like Ruffalo.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's trying to save people because he's a hero. He's failing because he's human. It's great.
No, this is a fantastic fight scene. And it tells
and like
so
he's
much.
so frustrated too.
Yeah.
Like, come on,
he's
you
doing
got to
so
work
much.
with me. Like, yeah.
Oh. The fact that anyone survived that is still like just being hit.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, I love this. I'm sorry.
Womp.
Like, cut to him flying through the air. It's so funny.
Yo, but seriously, the cost to clean this up, like,
Yeah.
Damage Control has a lot on their hands.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see Damage Control start at this scene.
And, yeah. I love this. He calls for a new part, and Hulk knows it, hits it away. Oh.
No, and it shows how much awareness the Hulk has.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's still got Bruce's mind somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And the scene at the this moment at the very end where he looks up and he sees everyone terrified, like, it's so sad.
Yeah, it
Because
really...
you can see Bruce behind the Hulk's eyes going, oh, damn, what have I done?
This is what I am. This is who I am. I'm the monster.
And who knows how many people got killed in this scene.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something I'm glad they don't address that. Like, we know it's happening, but I don't need to see the death.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a movie for kids.
Exactly.
Like, you know, we as adults know the cost that's going on. We know the stakes. But yeah, like here, it's so sad. Poor Hulk. Like, he doesn't want to be this way. He's just a big dumb brute.
Yeah.
Like that lady right there. Like, it's like the acting here is actually. Like, it's strange to say, but it's really good. Like, it's just a bunch of extras running scare, but they do it really well.
Well, they might these Pope.
Oh, I'm sure, but
or had to arrange and figure out who was the best. They did a really good job.
And then, like, cutting to this, like, you just know that Bruce is just like, oh, man. Like... Oh, I wanted to point out that in the dance scene with Captain America,
yes,
Alan Kistler pointed out that the name of the band is the Roy Thomas Band.
Oh.
Which I think is awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Cute.
Isn't that cool?
I like
yeah.
that. That's really nice.
Roy Thomas was the second editor after Stan Lee. He took over after Stan Lee. He was... I think he was editor all the way for a good portion of the 70s.
That's crazy. That's
And then
really
Len
cool.
Wein and who was the other guy? Two other guys took over. I can't remember.
I think this sort of tone and like this, the last scene is what I want Batman vs Superman to address. Because I think my biggest problem with Man of Steel was the fact they didn't, and I think DC realized that, and I think moving forward, that's what their universe is going to be about. I'm just really excited for that to be what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense for making Superman like something worth fighting. I just hope that they nailed the tone.
Yeah, I love seeing these larger than life gods. All of a sudden in like agrarian rural America.
I know, it's so great.
Well, it kind of harkens back to when Asgard was in Bronson.
Yeah, over Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like.
That was Straczynski, right?
Yeah,
that was such a good.
So
that's
fantastic.
So good.
I want to see that happen after Ragnarok. I want to have Asgard
man.
on Midgard. And they're all like, "What the wait?"
Favorite scene.
Yeah.
All the comedy's so on point for me.
She plays a great Velma in the Scooby.
Yeah, she really does. I love this. It's so
I know.
perfect.
He's so happy.
Smaller agents. I love that, like, and I love that, like, she's in on it, and like the Avengers are like, wait, what?
I like that she feels guilty for not telling Bruce. I mean, like,
Yeah.
do they have a lot of dialogue?
Oh, in this moment with like Thor, like, and he pushes like, I didn't do anything. What? Don't tell anyone.
And also, it's his god. Like, I love that that shows how powerful he is, and it's such a silly, fun way. Like, that's how he feels all the time.
Tiny human. He's so confused.
This is, I think, is the best Thor launch I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, I just love that they keep, like, he doesn't fly. He follows the inertia of his hammer. More or less.
Most men do.
Yeah. Heyo. Meredith with the jokes.
I think it's funny to see them in their suits in this setup. Like,
I love it.
I never want them to change into like street clothes because this is just.
Yeah. Like it's really, really funny. It's just really funny to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see like the difference between like them and the rest of the world. Like,
Yeah.
not in a bad way, just in like the contrast
how
of
it
it.
is, yeah.
I like this. He's totally clueless. I love it.
That's because Hawkeye's reaction is the rest of our reaction.
Yeah.
He is the audience in this point.
See, everyone, like, not everyone, 4 people in the live chat have been talking about how this is where the movie failed for them, and that's so interesting because this is what made the movie watchable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, the whole movie's watchable for me, but that's because I think I am also like I can give up my expectations and like be like, oh, this is what the movie is? Okay, cool. Like, that's one of the things that made Fantastic Four so bad for me is that I can typically watch any movie and find something to like, and find a way to turn my brain off to what.
Right.
Yeah.
But I need to care about the people that are fighting, and this is this and the party scene of them at the bar with Stan Lee are the only 2 scenes that made me.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is like, if a movie fails to make me care about the characters, my brain is like, I'm not so like they're not going to do that. So this is just shiny fun. So, you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if it didn't have this, then I wouldn't. It'd be like Fantastic Four more so, where I wouldn't have the characters to care about.
No, I feel and I like what you said earlier. This is the breathing moment. Like, this is the first time I felt all film I can like, okay, let's just stop for a moment.
The writing is so on point, and everything. It develops the characters from the first movie to now, and from the first act to now. I mean, this is so important.
Let's be really honest. Like, Joss and that team, they do writing of people really well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's. You know, and one of the fears I always had with Joss Whedon is, while he's a great ensemble director, action isn't necessarily one of his strong points because he writes people, and he writes people in
does
really
it very well.
extraordinary circumstances. And I think that's why a lot of this off the grid stuff works for me. But yeah, it's gonna drive me nuts though about the.
You know what? I just now realized it would have been really cool to have Ultron talking to her in her native language and subtitling it.
Right?
Like, that would have shown like so much more about him, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have enjoyed that too. And
like, I just now thought of that. Like, that's such a nitpick, but
she's
like,
a Korean actress, so that'd been nice.
It was Iron Man 3 that had the extra scenes that added Dr. Wu, the Chinese doctor, for the Chinese release. Sorry, it was going to drive me nuts if I didn't look it up.
I love that they're like both in the same vicinity having like flashbacks to what they feel make them monsters.
We just hit 100 watching.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
Wow.
Welcome, 100.
Thanks, guys.
Hi. Welcome.
Yo. Should have joined you. Now we're going to have an awkward conversation about babies. That was completely unnecessary.
Like, I don't hate this. I just don't know if we need it.
Yeah.
Like, I like knowing this about Natasha. Like, we already know about Bruce, but it's nice to see him sort of falling apart.
I like this so much for Natasha's character. This was the first time when I'm like, oh, wow, she's a person that I can connect with. But I felt this scene was a little forced in this moment. Because they just dropped the bomb on us that this was, oh, they're a thing. Or at least they have a thing for each other.
The live chat wants to know if we're going to do this with Ant-Man.
Oh, my God, we should.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah. We'll do this with all the Marvel movies. Maybe
maybe the pilot of Jessica Jones? Like, watch it once regular and then watch it. Watch it. But, like, a second time, I'd have to watch it first.
Have you seen, like, New York Comic? Like, we'll talk about this on the show, but, like, New York Comic Con is just, like...
Oh, I'm so excited.
So excited about it.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing.
1 hour in, my butt is numb.
Hopefully Marvel Unlimited will come through and I'll get to go see that
would be
premiere
nice.
again.
I guess I should pull some contacts out and try to make that happen for us.
What?
I should pull some contacts out of my butt and make that happen.
Yeah, why don't you?
I will.
Do it.
I know. I'm always just because I want us to go see the screening. I don't want to cover red carpet stuff. Sorry, guys, if you like us doing red carpets. We just want to talk about things.
Yeah, I'm not good at red carpet.
I just don't. I feel weird because I like walking the other side of them.
Same. Yeah. We're just too egotistical.
Yeah, sorry for the assumed pretension. It's just a really weird thing to do it and have experienced both sides. It just feels strange.
Like, I love that she even references Red Room.
The Red Room, they say that. Which I often feel like we are in the Red Room with this red tint on us.
It's the brick, like it's reflecting off.
See, look, now you both can't have children. You can adopt. You can adopt 2 adorable Eastern European misguided adults.
She performs the hell out of this, though.
Yeah.
Like, and not in a bad way. She doesn't overplay it. Like, you can feel the vulnerability.
But ScarJo is a fantastic actress.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is...
I feel like this section of the movie, like everything Scarlet and Hulk, is because they didn't do a single movie.
Exactly.
I feel like since these 2 characters and Hawkeye didn't get their own movies, Joss was like, let's give them their time to shine.
Yeah.
And I feel like that played a huge part in making this the love story.
Yeah.
People want us to do this with Guardians and Ant-Man, all sorts of stuff.
I'm not opposed to doing it with every single film. It's just finding the time to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
I enjoy it.
But if we wanted to do like a monthly viewing, we have enough movies.
If we do Fantastic Four, there will be drinking.
Fantastic Fail. Hashtag.
Well done. Well done, Rick.
No, I prepped that one earlier today.
Oh, have you been thinking of that one already?
Well, Greg actually came up with it. So
Greg.
Greg writes most of my material.
I love your boy.
Let's be honest.
This is a good scene too.
This is this is what they positioned a lot around this scene too.
Yeah. This is exceptionally Civil War.
I also really like all the knowledge you've been dropping. Like, I like that you come in with like some behind the scenes stuff.
Well, I did my research this week. Like, I feel like that's my role on the show.
Yeah.
So.
No, I like it. Coy and I are just jerks. Yeah.
I read IMDb trivia, as I always do when I watch movies. I love IMDb trivia, man.
Yeah, IMDb's great.
Every time I watch a movie a second time, I just...
Yep.
This mini Civil War scene.
Hey, boys. Boys. Hey, do you remember, like,
I love how frustrated he is there. Like, still, like, friendly.
Yeah.
But still frustrated.
Oh, yeah. Well, because it's kind of like, it's like back when he was stuck in that small town and he had to fix the car and everything.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Just reminds him of that.
So stupid.
Yeah. Oh, and guess who shows up? Not Coulson, because he's dead to them.
He's dead in the MCU.
I know. Yeah. Like, what is this outfit? What are you wearing? You look like the Fisher King.
It's Fisher King Fury. Fisher King Fury is my favorite. That's funny.
Yeah. I'm going to give a motivational speech right now.
look me in the eye and tell me you're going to shut him down. Well, I actually was thinking about just letting him run amok and destroy the world.
Right?
So
saw it in a dream.
I love that he says felt it. Like, that's so important. Like, to see the vision is like, oh, that sucks. Like, that's kind of terrifying. But to actually feel that, like the emotion of that is like really heavy.
Well, and I think that shows the depth of Wanda's powers.
Yeah.
Is that not only can she create these visions, she literally makes you feel.
She can almost manifest that moment.
Yeah.
It like she warps your own personal reality. Like, and I feel like they have barely skirted the tip of her power, like, because she's Omega, like she's an Omega level mutant.
Yeah.
I also love the wardrobe in this, that they're all wearing Hawkeye's clothes, but they all have like a version of Hawkeye. Like, he's wearing like clearly a Renner shirt, but it's still like Tony Stark version of that.
Yeah.
Like the depth of character in those little moments makes everything work for me, and that's why that scene was so important.
Oh, the deleted scenes of this is hilarious.
Aww.
They show 3 or 4 different takes of Selvig leaving, and he says, see you later tonight. Don't forget your sister. And then there's another one like, see you later tonight. You don't need to bring your mother this time. Like it's all like, but it's all like thrown away. Like, it's super funny.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I heard the scene that we saw in the trailers, the one that ends up getting deleted with like the girl in the water and stuff. I heard that was actually like it flushed things out a little bit better, is what I read.
The deleted scene,
like Thor's deleted scene.
Thor's deleted scene makes so much more sense than what they do. But even that deleted scene, I'm like, you so do not need it.
Yeah.
Like it was very obvious that like Joss did not want to do that scene, and that Marvel was just dictating it.
It's kind of like, hey, we need to throw in that Thanos stuff. We need to make it relevant.
I love that moment.
Oh yeah.
It's like, so good.
Bullseye. Wait, I mean Hawkeye.
Did you notice in the barn there was like a little target that Hawkeye used to practice with?
Yeah.
I love that. It's so.
Valerie Arnova wanted to thank us because she's been discovering more about comic characters through us and wanted to jump on the
Yes, thank you, Valerie. We're glad to do it for you.
Yeah.
Very legitimately, like, some of my favorite moments of every single week is when I finally have a moment to hop on Twitter and I see someone say, "I love comics more because of you guys." Even better than that, though, is when they specify Doctor Strange to me, and I'm like,
I know.
yes, I'm spreading the gospel of Doctor Strange.
I'm on board the Strange train now.
The new Doctor Strange is so good.
Oh, it is so good.
Yeah,
he's so sexy.
It's the best one that's come out so far.
I mean, literally everything he's drawn. Like, I'm like, how can I be in love with a comic book character? But I am. Matt's like, I've known it for years.
You're welcome.
I know.
You're welcome. What a prescient little Barton girl. Yeah, you're right. Like I haven't appreciated Ruffalo nearly enough. But
right? He really like watching it with the right set of eyes. He's always inner turmoil, and he puts so much work in his performance. Much love for Ruffalo.
I love that.
I know.
So here's my, like, is Ultron's AI, is that an intelligence that was in the stone?
I feel like it's a combination of what's in the stone and Jarvis.
Okay.
I mean, I get, and then Jarvis really embodies vision, so it's like a 70-30, 30-70 thing.
Yeah. And I love that even though these two are always at odds with each other, they work with each other so well and have like such a strong respect.
And that's
like,
like the comics handle that really well, and Joss Whedon summarizes so much of that really well.
Yeah. And this is all like absolute setup that he's going to die at the end. And it's all like
I know, it's such a false positive. I love it so much. because they didn't announce that he was definitely in Civil War until right around this was coming out. I wish they hadn't firmly announced it until after, because that made it. But I thought it was really smart.
But we still didn't need to kill Quicksilver. Just saying, it was unnecessary.
It's a Joss Whedon thing.
I know
he has to kill someone.
Him and George R. R. Martin have to keep tallies. You know, who kills more?
I still think one of the worst deaths was Giles' girlfriend in like the second season of Buffy.
Yeah,
that still kills me.
Yeah.
I was like, you made him so happy, and then you did. Oh, you're such a dick, Joss Whedon. I love how he's like a rock star here.
I know. He always is. Like, I want those. I want red tinted. Like, they're basically gunners.
He's just sciencing, but like popped collar, but like quasi pop collar.
What was that extra doing behind him? Like, she was giving like a weird thumbs up. Like, were they I think they were taking like a selfie or something.
I think they were. That would have been awesome.
All right. So in the deleted scene, this is he's communing with the Norns.
Oh, okay.
And the Norns require human sacrifice, and they will overtake the human and communicate through them. But in doing so, they end up killing that human. But Thor is
not being human,
a god.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is they clearly had Norns in this, because remember that picture that got released? And we were like, oh. So somewhere in between that time frame and now is when they cut so much stuff.
Yeah.
So what is the fifth gem supposed to be visions? The
mind gem is I think their fourth gem.
Oh, okay. Because
we've got 4 of the 6.
So they did show the yellow one up there. Okay, yeah. It went a little fast, and then I looked down. Also, that not being able to see things.
I also like that it, again, with Wanda's power, it shows how powerful she is, that she's able to counteract the Mind Stone.
Yeah,
like, she's able to turn that off.
I mean, it also helps because the Mind Stone's a little bit out of play because he put it into Vision.
Yeah.
And that was also some of the best Ultron acting right there, when he was actually being kind of serious and menacing. Like, he's like he's almost trying to convince himself that this is the right way.
Yeah, I agree.
Another third act set piece in the second act. It's such an interestingly paced film.
Yeah.
I really want pizza.
The cereal wasn't enough.
I can order a pizza.
It's now lunchtime. It's been an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's not a short movie.
It is not.
Which is
why we were at 10:30 and we have a 1:30 show.
Yeah, and yet I still want more.
We will be scrambling to get that show up.
Oh, I mean more Avengers, but also yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If any news happens between now and then, guys.
Yeah, actually, I should look real quick just to make sure.
Oh, hey guys, just a reminder, get your flu vaccines.
Thank you. Can I admit to you guys that I'm super excited for Lego Marvel's Avengers video game?
Oh my god, yeah, it's going to be I love the Lego games. They're so much fun.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for that. January is so far away.
I know. Yeah, I want pizza. I wonder if there's anything good nearby.
Yeah, no new news that I can see.
It would have been interesting if they could have at least put the deleted scenes, like, have an option to cut them into the movie.
Oh, yeah,
Wouldn't take that much finagling.
Yeah, I feel like on the back end we could just, if they were included, like, give me the extended release. Yeah, director's cut, if you will. I do love, this is probably my favorite fight scene in the entire movie.
Captain Ultron's fight?
Like this one coming up with the train.
Symbolism.
I love this one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Mirror symbolism.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Getting a headache from the headsets.
The camera work in this scene is amazing, too. Like, this is the one where they had, like, the RC drive, camera. And
it shows, man.
It absolutely shows.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's why, from a technical standpoint, I think this is because it's also one of the most real.
The writing and directing in this movie are like Joss Whedon at his prime. If he had somehow had $300 million to make it without a studio, this could be The Godfather.
Yeah.
Well, but The Godfather of superhero movies, like not actually The Godfather, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's a shame.
Marvel is setting up a lot, and I think they made some missteps in this, but I don't. Yeah. It's not a bad movie.
I'm enjoying this much more like this, but I'm also like getting to experience it. Like Meredith said, like this is a really good movie on in the background or discussing it while you're watching it, and it feels more like an annual, like as far as comics go. It feels like a one-off, and it feels like it sets up stuff, but it isn't its own thing. So annuals I don't reread often, but I enjoy. This feels like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like this, like that's such an RC shot. Like that's a drone. Like
it's so funny when we started to do this watch along. I almost called it a let's play. I was like, well, is it going to just be us giving quips about a quippy movie? And I actually like that we're breaking it down.
Yeah. See, like that's an RC shot. Like
no, this is like I said, in terms of all the fight scenes in this works the best because look at how grounded. Okay, obviously that was a CG. You can't just
But the CG mix is really strong in this. 2015, man, we're doing some stuff. Because, like, none of this is physically possible. They made a comic movie, and it feels amazingly grounded. Well, I mean, within reason.
No, it does. I mean, it's believable.
Because we've built up this universe, 10 movies now, so we can do this stuff, and it's like, well, that's just...
Yeah. Like, people in this world legitimately live in fear that robots are going to...
It's so cool.
Yeah. Oh. I like that they're like, oh crap, we should do something.
We should do something.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
And I love that, like Scarlet Witch, Black Widow is giving such good support to like.
Yeah.
Like I just love it. Like she's got her own thing that she's doing, but she's also giving like support,
and I know a lot of people like actually kind of get angry that like, oh well, she's just a support character. You know what though? She is. She is a non-superpowered human who does her job very well.
Does it very, very well.
And it doesn't take any agency away from her at all. I think she
has a role and she's filling it.
And there are times when all of these characters are support to someone else, you know? Which again is why I don't personally need a Black Widow solo film because I just don't know if Marvel can tell me anything more.
Exactly. I love that. Like they have like jets in their mouths. Like that's cool.
I know. It's so cool.
You'll believe an 18-wheeler can fly. That's the difference of 30 years in superhero movies. You'll believe an entire 18-wheeler can fly.
I mean, it's not Optimus Prime, but...
I love that. What are you in the truck for?
Where the heck is my Yelp? There it is. Yes. And okay, so remember last year I reread all of X-Men from the beginning to like.
I'm doing that with Spider-Man now. Yeah.
I forgot how much Wanda and Pietro don't start off necessarily evil. They're just misguided, you know?
Yeah.
It's very, in so many ways, this is very similar to their non-mutant origin stories, and I really do like that they kept that.
I just high-fived raspberries.
Oh.
We're high-fiving?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. What pizza's nearby? Little Caesars? Nope. Bravo Pizza and Chicken. The package, it's just so bland. There's no good pizza nearby. This also shows that her powers warp more than just human minds.
I also love that they show Quicksilver exhausted.
Yeah.
Like there is a toll. Like he's running. Like he's running super fast, but it's still like physical exertion.
No, it takes a toll on him.
Yeah, I love that he shows a weakness and just like he's a human.
Yeah. And I do love that they have like this ongoing distrust of Stark, and that Captain America sort of is fed by it. You know, like he's like, I just, I kind of actually know this about him.
Oh.
So it's so true.
Yeah.
Pizza?
You guys hanging in there?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're good.
I thought
How are you doing?
Pizza man. That was very sweet.
Pizza?
No, I just thought magic heard me and pizza suddenly delivered. That's not how that works. I'm gonna make a pizza button that I press it and it orders pizza.
I love that he's wearing an Urban Outfitters shirt.
I know,
Oh my
like
God, he
Bruce
really
Lee
is.
on the turntables.
That shirt is still $38. It's the only Urban Outfitters
Wow.
shirt that hasn't gone on sale in 6 months.
Holy
I can't
cow.
rationalize $40 shirts, so I wait
Yeah.
till they're on sale. Won't go on sale.
Just,
I blame Tony Stark.
Well, it's an awesome shirt.
It is an awesome
too.
shirt. I'm just waiting impatiently.
I love this.
Yeah. Bro science.
I love how twisted his logic. Like, no, I want to help you. Of course, Jarvis does. I want a body.
People on the live thread are discussing Quicksilver Fox versus Quicksilver Marvel, and I actually have to say I liked Fox's better, which surprised me because I didn't expect to, especially with all the footage that came out before.
Yeah.
I just think that they had to scramble together to get their Quicksilver because they wanted it to be out first, but they really got a handle on the character really quickly, and you could tell they had to write him in and then write him out because they didn't have enough time. But that one scene was a highlight of the movie for me. So I really did like Quicksilver in the Fox universe. And he'll definitely be a huge part of the next one because of how much he was loved.
Yeah. I feel like they just handled it in such a different way. Like, I don't know that I have a preference for either one.
Yeah, they're both very different, and I like that. Like, but I'm glad neither of them sucked.
Right, agreed. Because then it'd be such a clear divide.
I thought he was going to say, I think a lot about mediocrity. I was meant to be beautiful. Like, what are these desires you have, Ultron?
Yeah. I love how how he destroys his own body here, though.
Yeah. Just shut up.
I still don't know how I feel about the decision to have Black Widow be the one that's kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean...
Now, I will say, like, watching it again earlier this week, I realized that in a lot of ways, like, her character, not because she's a woman or anything like that, but her character works to have been the one kidnapped. Either her or Hawkeye need to be the one that's kidnapped, because
it has to be human.
you have to have Captain America fighting Stark and Banner over Vision. So like those 3 roles have to be taken up with this. Thor's got to be there to do what he does, on top of the fact that Thor would be able to escape pretty handily.
Yeah.
You know, so it has to be Hawkeye or Widow that are kidnapped.
No, that's the only way it makes sense.
And it wouldn't make sense to have Hawkeye kidnapped because he's the only one who can fly the Quinjet other than Stark. So...
Widow can't fly the jet?
I don't think she can.
Huh. I don't know why I thought she could. Yeah.
I do love that moment. That's like the one time we get Quicksilver vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was all of Fox, or a lot of it.
Like I really feel like Marvel would have done with Quicksilver what Fox did if Fox hadn't done
it first, yeah.
I also feel like they have so many characters in this movie that they didn't have as much time.
Yeah.
And that's a shame because that's the character they killed off.
Yeah. I love that moment where she like passes the magic through her.
I
think
that
that's
moment.
cool.
I just don't like another here's the Avengers fighting each other.
Yeah.
I'm like, we've been here. We've done that. In fact, we're going to get this again.
We're going to get a lot of this and an entire movie dedicated to it.
So Thor actually works as the lightning. He is what...
I love that it's part of so many things. I love that they made this all powerful because it's so many... Oh, that's such a great story.
Yeah, he gets a little bit of everyone's
Yeah, he's
powers.
the ultimate Avenger.
Yeah. Oh, he is, though.
And he looks so cool.
He does need the cape, though. I'm glad that they gave him a cape, because he would look a little ridiculous without it.
He just kind of looks like a
this
weird...
purple-green guy looks totally less ridiculous with a yellow cape.
Yeah.
No, but he looks...
that's not how it works.
Just right now, he looks like some weird, like, skin... Like he had his skin flayed off of him.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward.
I love the way he hovers, though. Like, how... Like, there's just, like, this sort of, like, zero gravity thing about him.
This is what Dr. Manhattan should have been characterized like. I feel like that's... You know, and when they did that, this is just such a... it's so good.
Well, and Jarvis, like, when he was at, like, I think... Asia Pop, is that the name of the convention, I think? Said, like, he sees him as, like, naive yet omniscient. And that's how he tries to play him.
Exactly.
Like, he knows everything, but, like, he was born yesterday, you know?
Yeah.
And I heard an interview where they didn't even have the idea to have Vision pick up Mjolnir until they were on set shooting this.
Really?
It wasn't in the original
That's
script.
amazing.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite moments.
I
also
don't
love
know
that
how true
that's actually
that is,
Paul
like,
Bettany just in all that.
Yeah.
Yes. He got the cloak because he's looking at Thor.
Yep.
He's like, I need this. Like, he's starting to dress himself.
But I guess I wish I understood how he did it.
Yeah.
Like, does he have the power to...
Yeah, is he a bunch of nanobots?
Yeah.
Like, that's... yeah.
Because that's never described. Like, that was something that Honest Trailers really, like, nailed. Like, will someone please explain Vision to me? Like, he can do what?
Yeah, well, they don't have time. It's such a...
Yeah.
So much.
But I like that he's like, I have gauntlets and a cape like Thor does.
Yeah.
This is the moment where I remember that I'd seen the entire movie in the trailers, and I was so glad I hadn't watched Vision Birth, because that came out right before the movie. The marketing for this just broke me. I would have enjoyed it so much more had I not just been piecing together the trailers in my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
There's so much presence to this scene. Like, there's so much to it.
So much what?
Like presence. Like, there's so much. Like, we're all quietly watching.
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah.
They're all so in their characters this entire movie. It's really impressive watching just for the performances.
Ooh.
Whoever designed his makeup is so, like the computer tech versus like organic. It's so beautiful, and the little tiny pieces of love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this moment with Mjolnir is just.
Yes.
Yes.
The entire everyone's just like
and all their reactions are perfectly in character. Like if you look at all their faces in that big wide, it's so great.
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
And I love that like Ultron just or Vision has no clue what he's just done.
No.
I wish that Hawkeye had this on the whole time. Like I love his outfit in here.
I love that. I like they also just kind of had some sneakers and Under Armour hanging out.
Stuff for just in case.
Yeah.
I love that you can see Jocasta in the background.
Yep.
I thought that was such a great reference.
I think it's funny. Aaron Taylor Johnson was one of the few that had to like lose a bunch of weight because he was too bulky from Godzilla.
Yeah.
So they had to like trim him down because he was a runner. I love that.
I love that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I love that he's literally in his head because he's part of him. Vision's such a great character.
This is funny. I love this.
What?
And I love this. Like she's like getting everyone's head.
Yeah. And getting them to leave calmly and orderly.
Yeah.
Like we just gotta go. It's like Pied Piper.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what they do with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, God, her outfit alone is...
Oh, it's beautiful.
I know.
This narration from Cap is so great.
It is. This is good exposition. This is good use of narration and exposition.
That is kind of a really interesting theme that runs all throughout this film is like the monster within.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it really is. And that's something that Joss does well because, you know, and I'm sure you're seeing with Buffy.
Yeah.
Going through that, like, especially the Angel, and you'll get it with Spike eventually.
I like that this is we're finally actually to the third act.
Yeah.
Yep. The narration brought us into the third act.
Yeah. But like...
This is our 9th third act set piece.
Yeah.
And how do you not do that? Like, you have to have escalation. You have to have the movies get bigger and bigger. How are they possibly going to make Infinity War, like...
I know.
It's a 2-part movie that has to escalate. And I don't envy the Russo brothers, but I know they can handle it. Like, the way they made Winter Soldier. I'm really excited. I don't know where it would go.
They have years to work on it.
Yeah.
To get it right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing is like that makes the Marvel films as good as they are in so many ways is because they take the time.
Well,
like they don't rush this. Like some of the sequels are like feel rushed. Like Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, those don't need to exist. But like I love this. You look puffy.
Yeah. I think we're going to get an idea of how the Russo brothers are going to handle Infinity War with Cap.
I agree.
With Civil War.
Yeah, totally agree.
Mm-hmm. These guys were creepy, but again, more weird, the same monsters.
Mindless
from the
gray
first
blab
one.
guys.
Yeah.
That's another thing I'm excited to see about Civil War.
I love his suit.
You know, human bad guys.
Yeah.
I love that she has a shield. She has a freaking shield magic. Like, that's awesome. Oh, here we go.
Oh, God.
I am Jesus.
God, just the way that cloak moves, the cape. Oh, with the red spots in it.
Yeah,
I don't think I noticed that.
I love this. Burning him out of the internet. Jarvising him.
Yeah.
And I just love that he just hovers. He just floats. He has no jets. He just no gravity. Like, I love this scene's awesome. Zip, 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 zip down.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the best portrayals of his power because you can see where he was, like the ghost of an image. Yeah, like I love it. How's our live chat going? Oh, Rob Nibbs.
Yeah, Rob Nibbs is in here.
What's up, Rob Nibbs?
We're holding strong at 100. We've been up to like 109.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are they enjoying this?
Yeah, it seems to be a thing people want.
Yay.
Are we doing okay? We're doing all right?
Yeah.
Are we being positive and negative in equal measure? That's my goal.
I'm
trying to be balanced.
Yeah, I'm being a lot less negative than I thought I would have been.
I like to think it's because of me.
Yeah, no, you're a positive influence.
I'm enjoying it much
lives.
more this time.
Yeah, no, I definitely am enjoying it a lot more. Well, I'm enjoying because we're analyzing it. I'm like, oh, this.
I would like to point out to all of our viewers that this is the virgin viewing of my Blu-ray.
Ooh.
This is actually my disc, and I've never watched the disc.
Oh my gosh.
It.
Yeah.
I'm in, my expectations are in the right spot, and that's making it really, really nice to watch.
Well, it's kind of like, you know what you do after you see a movie and you talk about it with your friends? Like that's But during, which I wanted to do so badly when I watched this, but my boyfriend knows nothing about comics.
Aww.
I went and saw this with Max, and the audience hated us because, like, within 10 minutes we were like, why are we here? Because I'd already seen it, and then Max doesn't care. So it was
Oh, I would have been so mad.
Oh, yeah, it was bad news.
I cannot do. Brittany
I usually don't, but I can't.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Brittany hates it. My fiance, she cannot do it.
See, I thought that was a really dumb narrative.
Yeah, but I will say, here's what I love is like this movie really kind of borrowed from a lot of Ultron
mythos
stories,
yeah.
you know, and like this one in particular. Oh, I love this moment where she's like, "I adore you, but we need the other guy."
Yeah, this is what this almost made all of the build up worth it for me because I love that moment so much.
But we need the other guy, and I love that like she like hops on his back.
Yeah, I know. It's like
because they're on the ground, like they're not on the city.
Yeah.
Like I love that. No, like this is borrowing from I think the Ultimate Ultron story that Kurt Busiek did in the late 90s. Like relatively midway through his run where like Ultron destroyed an entire Eastern European like country.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
Like this
You're
is just
right,
like a city that he destroys more or less.
Versus like the entire.
But like he like legitimately destroyed an entire city with Ultron bots. And that was also the one I think where he maybe finally had like vibranium or something like that. I know like he got adamantium at some point in the past. Can't remember when he got vibranium though.
Oh, guys, it's like Tomorrow World. Or Land or whatever it was.
God, I can't wait to see Spider-Man running around with
so
all
excited.
Like finally we're going to have like a very human element with these like sort of gods, you know.
Well, nobody really dies. It's just comics, guys.
Exactly. I will say I feel like the plan to destroy the whole Earth with a meteorite from the Earth like feels a little contrived. I'm not a giant fan of it, but I don't hate it. I just have to sort of turn my brain off. Like, my brain is like, you don't know if you like that or not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, shut up, brain.
Like, is it necessary to repeat the dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Is it, though?
Oh, that's such a cool move, that flip. I really hope they do something with Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange. I want that to happen so bad.
I know, because it will give me, if they make it a relationship like Doctor Strange and Magic have in the comics, that will really fulfill that need for me to have.
This is such a great scene. I love how aware of it is, too. And I have a bow and arrow.
Only Renner, man.
Yep.
Like, he's so good at being the everyman hero.
Mm-hmm.
And this is so honest and earnest and great.
Yeah.
This is Renner's movie in my book.
Mm-hmm.
You're an Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a good cheer moment, too.
And again, you think he's going to die after this because he finally got
he had
that
his moment.
Yeah.
Because you met his family and you're like, oh, they made me love him.
Yeah. This is also much like Black Widow. I don't need a Hawkeye movie because
they do so well with him. Because of this one, though.
Yeah.
With Just Avengers, I wanted a Hawkeye movie.
Yeah, but
this
with
movie
this, I don't.
fleshed me out.
Yeah. And again, he's a great support character.
So and Renner himself's great, leading and supporting, like Hurt Locker, etc. I mean, he's just
man, Hurt Locker was
he's so
good.
brilliant. And the Mission Impossible movies he makes.
Oh, I really like him in those.
Yeah,
I legitimately enjoyed the latest Mission Impossible film.
Renner, man.
Yeah.
7 franchise. That dude's just everywhere.
And Bourne.
Yeah,
I didn't see Bourne. I didn't see Bourne.
It's good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the newest.
Did you see him on one of the late night talk shows where he sang that Ed Sheeran song? He's got a really pretty singing voice. Like,
he's good at piano.
He's a well-rounded actor.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. Thor just like drops the car and walks off.
Rapping. I don't know if her suit needed to glow.
Oh, I think it's cool. It doesn't need to, but it's cool.
I just...
Boom! Ja-ja-ja-ja. So cool. Love it. Thor's a beast right now.
He is.
He's in like a beast mode, which is why Ultron's so mad.
I know.
Well, he is an Asgardian god. This moment is so cool with Scarlet Witch coming up. Oh. Just get ready. Oh, she is going to rip you up.
Yeah.
Not even looking.
I know.
Rip apart.
I'm so
and the
excited
moment where
for
like she
Avengers.
does this weird thing and then like hits the ground.
She
like,
could take out every single one of these. And that, like, the fact that they're showing us young, raw Wanda, untrained and new to her powers.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see her in the new Avengers building up and up and up.
And she's this strong. Like, she is a real threat.
This is funny. No one would ever know.
Renner's movie, man. Have you guys seen Dahmer?
No.
Nuh-uh.
He plays Jeffrey Dahmer.
What?
No way.
Yeah, that was his big breakout.
Oh, my God.
Renner's won 4 Breakout Actor of the Year awards because he's broken out so many times and no one kept giving him a chance. Like SWAT, Dahmer, like he's been trying, and now he's all these franchises. I love Renner, man.
God. Oh.
Come on, man. Come on. I love it.
I have sunburn on my feet, so that's why I'm itching them live thread.
Gosh.
Sorry.
And I love that, like, Captain America's like, yeah, Black Widow can handle my shield.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, here, take it. Friday's accent is inconsistent throughout this whole thing.
I don't like it. Like, I'm Irish or Scottish.
But she didn't start off Irish.
No.
Like it's like she never knows who she's supposed to be.
No, maybe that's why that's his girl Friday.
She's all the girls.
Yeah, she is. She's every woman.
Yes, live chat. I love the movie SWAT. It's my guiltiest pleasure.
Really?
I love SWAT.
Or are they saying beast mode? I am beast mode.
I watch SWAT like twice a year.
I love that. Like, I asked for a solution, not an escape plan.
He's such a great leader.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Civil War.
God, he looks just so...
So Captain.
Yeah.
He's Captain.
Because to be Captain, you have to be unaware of being Captain America. You just are. You exist.
And I've mentioned it before on our regular show, but I love that he was Human Torch as like a young actor, and he kind of grew up into like seeing him evolve as Chris Evans into a more mature, funny. Because he's still just as funny. It's just a different maturity. And Chris Evans, like day to day, him and Chris Pratt's bromance.
Oh God, I love it. Oh hey, here's a.
And like if you've been if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like there's like this weird pride of. Yeah. I know Coulson did that.
I know. It's like Coulson sent that. It's so sweet, but it's a helicarrier. I thought they dropped all those in Winter Soldier.
No, Coulson had that one saved.
Hidden one. Oh, yeah, because they did address that in season 2,
I like this part where he's like, this is S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
It's the way it's supposed to be. Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Yeah, opening line reference.
This is a character from something else, right? This guy, like, he's like in some shorts or a video game or something like that, I think. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good for him. He got some movie time.
Rob Nibb says Helicarrier Ex Machina. Yeah, it's definitely definitely the birds from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
like, the eagles are definitely
on his trailers. Like, it's
that's exactly like it's so.
Look at those life rafts.
Oh, we get War Machine. Oh, I love it.
We got our own Avengers. They're new.
Yeah. War Machine.
I love War Machine. Aww, you're so cute.
You had to make it weird. I love their relationship too. You had to make it weird. And again, like you watch this, like I keep watching this movie with Edward Norton in mind, thinking how different would Hulk be?
Such a different thing.
It just wouldn't.
With Norton, and how different would War Machine be with Terrence Howard?
Yeah,
I just don't. I like Cheadle as War Machine now.
Very much, yeah. He just brings his humor to it.
Yeah.
The guy from the Helicarriers from Winter Soldier when Rumlow threatens him to launch the Helicarriers.
Oh, that's what
really
it
cool.
is.
Thanks, Steve
That's
Harrison.
really cool. Thank you.
What?
I've always wondered if that was a written line or like mess up, because I love how he delivered that. It's so great. That's why that guy looks familiar.
Yeah.
These things are more terrifying than Ultron himself, by the way.
Everyone's asking why Falcon wasn't there, and that is a very good question. I assume scheduling and budget.
But narrative-wise, I imagine we can say that he's hunting Winter Soldier.
That's true.
Yeah. But he was at the party.
But it would have been awesome to see Falcon and War Machine both fighting at the same time.
Yeah.
I love this.
I love that that's a reference of his long-windedness while making a joke.
Yeah.
There's so much to it. Oh.
Amazing balance. I love it. It's
the
so
hand
good.
on hip.
It was so
Man.
guys, I'm so excited for Ragnarok.
Yeah, I
me
am too.
too.
I like the
we've
Thor
got
movies.
we've got Ragnarok rumors to talk about today.
Yeah.
Because it's no news, it's only rumors.
Yep.
Everyone in the live chat is from all over the world. We've got Scotland, Brazil, England. I
Oh.
just wanted to show some love.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
You guys are watching this movie at a normal time.
Yeah.
I love that shot, like pulling out of the helmet. Oh God! In this scene,
this is a good.
This
This is what the first scene was trying to be.
I agree.
Yes.
But I mean, it works.
But it works
in the third act. I mean, I like
it's
that.
a third act.
It is.
That's what you need.
It's what it should be.
I mentioned it earlier briefly, but his suit in this is maybe my favorite Iron Man suit.
Suit ever. Yeah.
I love this. Not all of us can fly. Like
guys,
she's still on the way though.
Yeah. Do you guys feel that people are getting kind of tired of Tony at this point? Like you can kind of see they're exhausted with him when he tries to order them around.
Oh yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
A bit. Well, there's a lot more judgment because of what he did. Like, this is all
Yeah.
Tony's fault in a way. So,
This is the best I can do.
Yeah.
someone said Falcon was after Winter Soldier and dueling Ant-Man.
Yeah. It's true.
This is all while Ant-Man was happening.
Yeah.
Sweden, Czech Republic.
What, really?
Yeah.
Yay!
That's cool.
Czech people. I'm Czech.
This guy woke up at 4:30 a.m. to watch from Australia.
Swedish.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Guy woke up at 4:30 to watch.
Whoa! David Harrison.
Is he from
Australia?
Yeah.
Puerto Rico?
Oh
You guys
man,
are awesome.
that moment is so good when he says, like the old man said, together. Like that's like the whole movie is like.
It's so good.
You know, is that? Oh, this scene. Oh my God, it's so good. And like to think like these actors are all pretending, like it's amazing, and I love like the close-ups, like.
I know.
It's so very literally like, and here's Captain's moment, and here's this moment.
Exactly.
Like,
and then we pull back, and here's everyone's moment.
God, you just see like the red.
like going through, like the phasing.
Well, and then like all the red power of Scarlet
so
Witch.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
how
this
do
is
you
so...
even do this? Like
everyone, you know, it's all CG rendered. I'm sure all of it.
It
but
absolutely
even
is,
the
but
actors,
it's still amazing.
No,
and like, how do you do this?
Because we've gotten to the point where that we can do like. I feel this film is going to hold up 10, 20 years from now with the level of quality in it.
The moments that work in this movie
really work.
Really freaking work. Yeah, Hulk. Eat you some Ultron.
We should have had little Ultrons.
Man, if
I
was like 15, this would blow my mind.
I know.
This is who it's for, and I get that, and I respect that. I'm getting much more respect out of this viewing.
Yeah. This scene alone makes this movie
This is what I was talking about a couple weeks ago. I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Screw it, because Vision shoots Ultron with his mind gem. Like, I'm on board. I'm sold. Yeah.
Shut up, Ultron.
And then
that's his
full
moment.
And then you get Hulk coming in to do like his puny god moment.
Yep.
Like, oh yes, I love this moment with the Vision where he's like, "What?" Yeah. And I love that they're all like, "Yeah, we trust her."
Yeah. No, it's good.
And I love like how like when you see them disintegrate, you can almost see like the blocks.
Yeah.
And it's such a great reference to like House of M, you know, like that sort of stuff.
Oh God. The closest we'll get.
There's the Audi.
No.
I love
and
like
think,
he's talking about.
You think he's gonna die. You think he's gonna die.
Setting
Such a great false lead.
Nobody needs a dining room.
Nobody eats in a dining room. I love the normal day-to-day talk with people in superhero outfits and superhero situations.
Yeah.
Well, and I love like their relationship. Like
And I think that's why I'm a Marvel guy, because it's a very clear difference between Marvel and DC. Is someone said it great earlier? Marvel characters are humans trying to be gods, and DC are gods trying to be humans.
Yeah,
and
that's actually a really good. Who said that?
I don't know. Thank you. But I really like that. This is just my perspective. I understand other people liking DC because that's their perspective, but this is what makes these movies for me, and that's why I liked the Hawkeye scene.
Yeah. And like the false lead right here, where he's like, "I'm safe on the boat."
This is so vital to me.
He's like, I'm gonna go die. Here we go.
Yep.
I'm just a dude with a bow and arrow. They've improved the Hulk so much movie to movie, like seeing his different tendons and muscles and like so many
like his
layers
discoloration,
so
and the colors,
Oh.
And I love that Ultron at this point is just like mad. He's just like insane.
Even his lips are messed up.
Yeah, it's more. I like that there. I'm okay with that. You just see it.
And I love that she immediately knows. Like, they really played up that relationship very well, I felt.
And it's like, and that's how I know he's actually dead, because of her reaction. That's like, it's not one of those fake comic book deaths. Aww.
And I love that they filmed it 2 different ways, so that like the crew didn't know fully. Like, look at how powerful she is right here.
I know.
Screw all of you. Boom. Like, the pixelation, like, it's so good.
I never picked up on the pixelation the first time around.
Really?
That's a good, oh, God, I can't.
I don't know. They could have framed it better. Like Rob Nips brings up a good point. Like, he's got holes through him because they're front and back. That still would have hit the kid in Renner.
I know.
Like, they could have. I don't know. Something about.
It's just. I'm just very much bothered by his death because I really liked that.
And
character.
I love this right here. It looks like they're flying.
I
We know
know.
she's in Hulk, so we're like, we know he's not, but like, it's such a cool
shot.
scene. Yeah. And Hulk is like, nope, gonna go kill me some Ultron.
Yeah.
I love this. Oh, come on.
I love that we don't even see it. It's just like
we don't need to.
Yeah, we don't. It's so good.
Oh man, Ultron! Like, the Avengers put Ultron through the ringer. All throughout this. Like, once Vision is able to shut him out of the internet, like the Avengers just like trash him. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. Like, it's humans trying to be gods.
Yeah.
And God's trying to be
except
human.
for the God,
right?
The one God who's trying to be human.
I love that's a great perspective because I like DC. It's just a different way to look at it.
Well, but what's funny is that harkens back to the comics so well because like DC was created in the Golden Age when like people wanted
the
gods.
Justice League is all gods.
You know, so like we had all these gods, but then the '60s was like just socially like was them coming back to like Earth and everything. You know, this is such a great moment too.
Yeah.
And what's amazing is that you can see her doing that to a human.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, she's a mess.
Which it's amazing that she didn't go like AWOL at that point. Like and that's going to be interesting to me because if losing Pietro didn't cause her to lose her own mind, what is if they
what's
go
her
that
catalyst?
what's her catalyst if they're going to go on the Break the Wanda route?
See, and like I just don't feel like it would be that high up, like high enough up to destroy the Earth. Like that's so far up there.
I guess because there's a crazy bomb attached to it. Maybe that's
like
But this I forgot, you know, and I forgot about this scene much like the first time I watched it, and this pulled me out of the movie because I was like, oh right, we have this thing.
But this moment here is so cool. Like I just love the Vision so much.
Yeah.
I know, and this gives us our WandaVision start.
Yeah. They're in love.
I know. Even though he's like 80, but whatever. I mean, not 80, but however old Paul Bentley is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what this is.
I don't think he's 80.
No, I know he's not.
He's like a 40-year-old dude.
Yeah,
this moment right here too, with like Iron Man like flying through. It's such a great comic book moment. Like you really kind of start to see like the splintering of the team in this one like little sequence. And I think you really get like this weird moment here where like you really fully see that the Hulk wanted to run away with her, but he just needs to run away.
No matter what, he needs to be gone.
Yeah, like if he can run away with Black Widow, he'll do it that way. But this is his chance, and the Hulk doesn't belong in civilization. It's so sad. The Hulk really is such a sad character.
I really wish, though, they had blasted him off into space as opposed to the depths of the ocean.
And him making the decision to do it himself.
Yeah.
But, like, then that leads to, like, World War Hulk and everything.
I know. No, but I like that he made the decision himself. That I really like. I like that we finally see, like, he isn't just this beast.
Yeah.
You know?
This is actually kind of sad to me.
Yeah, I love this
like,
scene.
This poor Ultron, like... And this is like the first real moment that you get that Ultron was in every single one of these drones. I love this.
Two sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
And I love that we don't see the extermination. We just see the glow, and we know it.
Yeah, and you actually see just that almost that malice that he is capable, like that cold, not malice, just steel cold hard resolve that the Vision is capable.
Well, I love that they're pretty much the same character, eliminating like a half of himself.
Which is going to be interesting because without Ultron, what does that make Vision?
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
Yeah, you just really get like these great moments.
I know.
It's a movie of amazing moments.
Yep.
I just wish that it had like a stronger narrative through line. Yeah.
And it might have. I think it did.
Yeah.
But now that's not here.
I mean, like it's like we've said in our other shows. Like it feels like it's.
I love that show.
New Avengers facility.
I love the new Avengers. It's such
so
a great moment.
It's been an editing issue. It's been a above the movie issue.
And I love that Selvig is here now. Like they're calling in everybody now. I just love it.
I could see how making this felt just so good and right, and then I can't imagine what Joss went through when it came together this way, and like the internet and everything else. Like I imagine this felt amazing to make because it's so many good moments.
I feel like this is Marvel's first studio movie misstep, which is amazing because they've made 10 films, you know.
And it's still a good movie.
Oh, it is.
I really enjoyed this viewing especially.
I agree.
No, we didn't either. We just wrote it for this movie. Relationships ex machina. I just figured it out. I'm Samuel Jackson. I'm gonna go get on a plane with snakes.
I mean, what is he, like Fiddler on the Roof? I mean, he's not like the matchmaker guys.
Oh, that is kind of funny to think of him as Revtevia. Love this, the elevator.
By the way, I'm leaving.
Love this.
I know.
It's such a good moment.
It's the first outfit I don't like Tony in.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's been such a prevalence in my mind today, but the outfits really make this movie. And this
it's interesting because, you know, it's like a vinyl iron-on. It's almost like it's like Hawkeye's old.
Yeah. Except this one.
Yeah. Rainbow Bridge.
Our friend Tom Menino for my fiance's Avengers birthday party wore his costume was a shirt that just said elevator on it.
Oh my god!
And then he kept putting Mjolnir on top of his head.
I remember that. I forgot.
Remember?
That.
Yeah. I got there so late.
That was his costume. I just went as Doctor Strange again.
This sets up things. So I went as Deadpool. Remember?
No, I remember.
That was good.
I went in normal people. I went as Undercover Black Widow because
you were great.
I was wonderful.
You were great.
So this sets up Civil War really well.
Yeah.
God, I love Cap's suit here.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Marvel really gets these costumes down. Like I feel like they're comic booky, epic, hero-y.
But still like functional and like updated.
I'd wear the heck out
I'd
of
wear that to battle.
Awkward Widow.
Yeah, old reference.
I love that too.
Yeah.
They're good, but they're not a team.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You can tell so hard. There he is. You can tell they really wanted to include New Avengers here.
I know.
Because this sets him up. Oh, that outfit's so great.
I know.
And that's what rang false to the end for me, is I was like, there should be blank and blank, and they just ran out of time.
Yeah.
Because they've talked about it. I love that hard cut. I know a lot of people don't, but I really do.
I really can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
The Captain America movie starts with him saying "assemble"?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'd love that.
Like, how cool would that be?
Yeah.
Like almost like an accidental 2-part kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this statue at Comic-Con?
No.
Yes.
It was in that back corner.
It was amazing.
It was so beautiful.
But I do love like they're like these marble gods. Like I think that's really cool.
This is I like this, but this is the exact intro to Black Sails.
Really?
Is it really?
The Black Sails intro is literally close-ups of a Marvel thing, and then it pulls out, and it's the whole cast. And this is verbatim Black Sails, which has been out for 3 years. And that's why I went to South Africa, was to go to that set. So when I saw this in South Africa, I was like, wait a second.
Wait a second.
It's a really cool thing. It's just...
Yeah. Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you watch Black Sails, you'll be like, wait, this looks like Avengers.
They stole this from Avengers. No, they didn't.
I love that this exists, and I love how they shot it.
Yeah. But this is all like computer, right? Like this is CG, or did they actually?
They made a Marvel one.
They made a Marvel. I'm sure
they made a Marvel one, but they made the Marvel one after.
This is CG. Yeah.
It was a 3D printer.
Or 3. Yeah, this is definitely something not. But the one we saw at Comic-Con was.
You know what I love about that shot of Scarlet Witch? She's doing this.
Oh, she's got the Spidey.
She's doing Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
That's
magic.
Nice. The magic.
It's good magic.
This is Spidey. This is Spidey. This is Doctor Strange. The fingers are pulled up. Like that. They do that. By the hoary hosts of Hoggith. That's what he does. So, this is your second time. You're fourth.
Yep.
You both came into it not liking, like more on the negative side than the positive side. How do we feel now?
I don't feel this is in the top half of Marvel's. Like, it's certainly not one of their better films, but it is a really good series of scenes that works on video better than it did in theaters for me. But again, that's expectations.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. It's just not in my. It's not my top. But I dug it. Like this time a lot.
Mare?
I have to.
Oh,
give
of course,
the
I
scene
get it.
Its due.
I can't wait to watch Infinity War with Brittany because Brittany is so in love with Thanos.
Yes, that's gonna be awesome. Okay, first off, before I give you my thoughts, I'm very confused because it made me like, wait, was Ultron pulling was Thanos pulling the strings on Ultron the whole time? Like, what is this? Fine, I'll go do it myself. I don't like that mid-credit scene because it felt super forced. Also, that wasn't Damien.
It bothers me the same, Damien.
Overall, okay, so upon watching this the second time and having a good critical breakdown of it, I definitely like this film a lot more, and I like it for it being a middle lead-in film.
We have 110. We finished with 110.
I feel it serves a good purpose, and I can officially say, no, I actually do like this now more than Iron Man 3. Because I was one of the weird people that actually really like Iron Man 3.
Oh, man,
and not
get out of here.
No.
Get out of here.
But, no, it was a lot better. And there's a lot of things they could have done differently in editing. I would like to see all the outtakes put into a director's cut.
Yeah, I would love to see. I mean, everyone does.
Too.
Like, that's like the thing people want.
But I mean, he's never.
No.
Joss is never going to do it. Like, I think Marvel broke Joss.
Yeah.
Oh, hard.
Yeah. But what I am now, I'm like, oh my God, May can't get here soon enough.
Yeah.
Oh God, for Civil War, I need that.
Are we going to talk about the next scene?
There isn't one.
Oh, that's right. This is the one that
was,
only did the one.
Yeah.
That's right. Which I also didn't like. Because I thought Thanos being the only scene was kind of...
I know.
We'd already experienced that.
Yeah, I agree.
Overall, gang, I enjoyed this. It also helped the live chat. You guys are awesome. I really enjoyed this whole experience of it.
Langley!
Yeah, Langley's on here.
I thought you were going to say language! I know. Our mics are attached to our faces.
Langley, you're on. Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. No, I'm just kind of like, why do we have to wait so long for another Marvel film?
It's amazing they're cranking out 2 or 3 a year now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty cool problem.
But, we've got Jessica Jones coming in.
Oh, that's right. We do.
November,
and it's
20th.
And it's not Marvel, but I
wait.
am really excited for Deadpool.
February.
Oh, man, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Best Valentine's Day.
It really is. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, no. This is good.
I mean, it's something I will probably own now. It's something I will rewatch, but not as often as others.
Yeah.
I put it in the like first cap category, like where I enjoy it and I need it, but I don't rewatch it often. Like, it works for me.
Yeah.
I'm glad it exists.
I have never seen Iron Man 2 or 3 for a second time.
Same.
I saw them both in the theaters and was like,
I rewatched Iron Man 2 about a year ago, and I liked it more than I used to.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my expectations like this went in lower.
Yeah.
If I go in not expecting like heaven,
the dude has whips. I don't care.
I know.
Like Whiplash, really? Like
I did.
And, like,
I really
I get,
did
like,
not
having,
like Iron Man 2.
Yeah, like, and I get like maybe like. You don't want to do like Crimson Dynamo because like we've already done Ironmonger, so it's the same fight.
Right.
Like I get it, but like
I didn't like the fire breathing like that out of nowhere. Like there were so many silly moments.
Yeah.
But I mean,
but
sorry,
like
I'm talking Iron Man 3.
Iron
Man 3 fire breathing.
But that did exist in the comic book. Like the comic had that.
He just suddenly did it. Like he didn't have that ability, then all of a sudden he's like, "What up? I'm a dragon."
Yeah.
I don't need what up. I'm
there
a
was
dragon.
There was a lot wrong with Iron Man 3 to me.
But I mean, I aggressively didn't enjoy this film the first time. I was mad. You guys remember I came back. I was upset. This was a nice experience to watch it and like it at least some. For me, this is like a C.
Ducharme Marc-Andre, we talked about doing an Ant-Man watch-along earlier. When that comes out, we'll probably do that. And we're also thinking if you guys really like this, we'll probably go back and maybe even do them in order. Like
I'd really like to do them in order.
Do them all in order, like start with Iron Man and then go to the Incredible Hulk. With Ed Norton,
right,
I haven't seen that in a long time either. Yep.
I remember liking aspects of that film though. So
me too.
I'd like to rewatch it.
I did not hate that film. I have it on DVD. I've seen it like once. So.
Yeah, I've seen.
All right. Well, I need to start setting up for
our
show in 30 minutes. So if you'll excuse me, guys, I'm gonna leave you with Coy and Meredith.
Yay!
While I go set up. You'll probably actually see me walking around.
Yeah. We are having the third the show at 1:30 normal time.
Yep, and we'll have Jenna Bush as our guest. Yeah, super excited. Hello, chat room.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to stay out of the way.
The DC Marvel thing. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, and guys, let's see. We will definitely be addressing the rumors about Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Which have... well, for the pre-show, that has actually been debunked. I know. Comicbook.com reached out to Fox, and Fox said, no, that is not the case.
You guys want to, if you're interested in us doing the other 11 movies, send us like tweets and send all that stuff, because, I mean, we just do this for fun, so I want to know if it's worth, the 2 hours of stuff. I want to make sure it's like,
Yeah, if you guys want it, we'll come do this, because this was
cool.
Yeah. It gives me a time to hang out with everyone.
Yeah, this is fun.
I know.
Let's not do it at 10:30 in the morning next time. But this is a lot of fun.
I know. No, you did not miss the show. We'll have the show soon. I don't know if I'm even going to put pants back on. I think I'm just going to stay in my jammies. I have to get ready for an award show tonight, so I actually chose to not wear makeup today because I'm like, I have to have perfect makeup tonight.
Gotcha.
So that's nice.
What's tonight? The Geekies actual?
Yeah, the actual Geekies.
Nice. What is it now? It's October. What's the date? I mean.
Oh, I don't know. What is today's date? October 15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, come check out Rocky Horror soon. I'm so excited.
Yay, that's next week, right?
Yeah, it's like the 28th and 29th.
Yeah, if you live in LA, come see Coy on stage.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah, Moon Knight News. That is the thing that's going to happen.
That is definitely going to be a thing that we talk about. Oh, I wish we had Conway on to talk about that.
Yeah, he's going to be so excited.
I know.
If now's the time, if you guys have any questions on the live chat, we'll probably be able to get to like 5 of them. So if
you have questions.
For everyone else that's watching this later and not live, it's gonna be really weird to see us just sitting on the couch.
I know, talking to people in the chat. But yeah, if you guys seriously, if you guys want us to do more, like tweet at us and PTN.
Just let us know if it's worthwhile, because this was fun. We had like 110 people watching with us, which I liked. It made me like this movie more, which is a nice thing, because it was like going to the theater, how you have that vibe of like the energy and everything else.
Watch it
which
with friends.
Yeah, it was really cool, and we got to like talk through it in a respectable way.
Yeah.
And if it's a movie I love, it's gonna be even more fun.
Oh my
God! Because this is a movie I liked but not loved. So
I want to watch Winter Soldier with you guys because that's my favorite. It's my all favorite.
Yeah, it's incredible. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good times.
Any questions?
Oh, happy early birthday, Star Drew. Who would I cast? Oh man,
Do you read Miss Marvel or Spider-Man?
Oh gosh, I read both of them because they had the final last day of Miss Marvel that came out yesterday and the new Spider-Gwen, which they're both great, though I'm very confused with the Spider-Gwen. But, okay, so Marvel is doing this all new, all different Marvel that's supposed to get...
Not done with
but they're not done with the old one yet, but all these new number ones are supposed to exist post-Secret Wars.
Yeah.
But I'm very confused because the Spider-Gwen one seems to be in old Spider-Gwen universe.
Right, and so does Spider-Man, because it takes place years after the original.
I'm so very confused about what Marvel's doing because they haven't had a chance to wrap up
with the first universe. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It's supposed to be all new, all different. So
but it's not that different. Oh, I'm all on board the Hellfire train.
Yeah,
Hellfire Mad Men. It's gonna be great. God, as long as we don't get January Jones as Emma Frost,
and as long as we have the right tone, because that could go really cheesy or really sexy, and it's a really sexy plot.
Yeah,
like, it's like a sex fetish club.
It
with
is
mutants in it.
And I want
if you make that like R-rated or like PG-16, like Daredevil, which I don't know if they're gonna do. But
no, because it's gonna be on Fox TV, I think, not FX.
So that's gonna be tricky tone to capture.
Yeah, exactly, because they're doing Legion for FX, which I think is a little weird.
I like the Legion comic that X-Men just did. Is incredible. It's one of my favorite runs.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's going to be interesting because I feel like what they're doing with Legion is they're targeting almost like this, let's talk about mental illness.
Right.
Let's have a show about mental illness.
And it's a great plot line for that. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys.
All right,
cool.
Live chat. It's been amazing.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And the entire From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Christian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of its owners or principals.